Time to continue the event. What missions didn't I take? What? Oh, because I was... Oh, okay, because I was clearing them off stream. Yeah, okay. LE5, okay. Last thing I remember is the... Is what, actually? Brain? Would you be so kind? I don't remember. Oh yeah, the flashback. Yeah. About the experiments and stuff. I swear to God, brain don't want to work today. How do you feel? I'm better now, right? I'm fine. I'm totally fine, I'm sure of it. The both of us are. Well, that's just straight up a lie. I'm going out for a bit, so stay put here. We're going out again the moment you feel better? I've got work to do. A medic said, when they explained what happened, like, can't I be bored and distracted in geography class? Yeah, you can, like, I never paid, like, okay, fun fact. I never paid attention almost in any of my classes. The only classes I had to pay attention in were logic, philosophy, and Serbian, because the Serbian teacher was my homeroom teacher. And also, what was the other one? Like, there is philosophy, there is logic, and the other one. Like, sociology? I don't know. Like, those I had to pay attention in. That's fine at all, but shouldn't you at least wait until you're recovered? Don't worry about me. Hibiscus said the same thing. After you wake up, it would be best to keep resting for a while and monitoring your condition. It's an emergency, one that can't wait, alright? But there's not a whole lot of time left until the concert. I think the most important to do until then is to make sure you're healthy and well practiced. I'm sure that's what you want to. Can you stop pestering me with it right now? Oh, what do you mean with oh? Now I'm scared. Like, yeah? Like what? Pestering? That's not what I meant. But I have to go, so don't get in my way. I'll be back as soon as I can. Are you really... And you really can't tell me what you're going to do? If everything goes well, you'll know soon enough. Oh, I see, fair enough. Alright, your suit. What about it? I made an appointment to pick it up this afternoon, but I won't be able to go with you. You should go get it yourself. They're gonna make a commotion and not let him in to take the suit. Like, wanna bet? Remember to bring your cello with you and play a little passage as you're trying it on. Make sure there aren't any areas that feel uncomfortable. I'll be back. Why do I feel like this is gonna be bad? Like, quite bad. You again. Yes, it's me. I'm here to ask you to put this concert on hold, or at least don't let Ebbenholz and Kreide play together. What did you say? Something terrible is going to happen in the afterglow if those two play together. Oh, and she's gonna explain it, but is Cerny gonna know about that? Reset? Why do I have to spend it before the reset? Okay, I don't get it. Huh? So, if what you're saying is true, my recent improvement was due to the so-called Fond's recovery caused by Ebbenholz and Kreide. And as soon as this phase is over, I'll become critically ill, and my life will be in danger? That's right, you've been around them a lot, so the symptoms will also be a lot more pronounced. Others who've had less contact with them are also affected, and if I let the two of them play together, there's a high possibility that people will die. Correct, even though I don't know the exact reason, having the two play together seems to amplify the effect they have on their surroundings. How likely are we talking about here? I can't say for sure right now. Other than me, who else is in life-threatening danger? Over a dozen people from the afterglow have already been hospitalized in the Cliffy Patio. The Cliffy Patio. In other words, they've already left Ebbenholz and Kreide's effective range. That should be the case. Oh, I don't like you, Cerny. Oh, I don't like where he's going with this. Then I have a clear picture of the situation. Your answer is no. I knew it. What? I'm not asking you to cancel the whole concert. You can just cut Ebbenholz and Kreide's part, or even have someone else perform the duet. If you can prove that their duet will cause harm to the people other than me, then I'll cancel the concert right away. Oh, you have the potions about to expire. Okay, fair enough. But it seems that's not the case. Even you have no idea what would happen if they played together. I can't simply throw away the efforts and aspirations of everyone after over these illusory concerns. The efforts and aspirations. I understand how much this concert means to you, but you don't understand anything. If you truly understood, you wouldn't throw around the word but so slightly. Unfortunately, I cannot change the concert schedule on your word alone. Mr. Cerny, please give me a straight answer. What makes your concert more important than the lives of the infected? What are you talking about? Are you suggesting that I am disregarding people's lives? I'm just saying... Hibiscus! Hibiscus! Miss Ursula? Come take a little stroll, won't you? But... Come now. Let's get out and calm down first. We can talk about this later, okay? Oh, what are you doing with the dice? Like, those are a witchery artifact. If everything Gertrude said is true, then Kreide won't survive this. No, there must be some way to come out ahead of both fronts, on both fronts. Ugh. Knowing how fucked up this world is, like the world of Arknights, there is no two ways. There is always one way, one solution, and like your whole job is to try to mitigate like the casualties as much as possible. What stage am I on? I think LE5. I think Cerny must know something. No, he's just a musician. He won't be able to help. Should I tell him Kreide at the roof? Yeah, you should. Because if you don't tell him, and he ends up dying, you're gonna feel like the worst piece of shit ever. But what good would it do? He's debating. Rhodes Island. Someone like Hibiscus is only going to send me back to my cell in Urtica. Cells, you're still a, what's it called? You're still a, prisoner there. You would think with your arts you would just kill everyone who opposed you there. Or make them, like, submit. Do they have, like, some sort of, like, faulty, like, safety against him or something? Like, phone prevention. The Empress's voice. What am I even thinking? Is this a suicide mission? Oh. They're running away from him or what? They're like, get out of the way, it's that guy. Or is he remembering people? No, I've been going in circles. I'm standing out too much. I need to go somewhere less crowded. Hiya. Huh? Have I seen that man before? Be careful. Definitely, the crowd. Right, the rumor. There was that rumor. I've got to get to the bottom of this rumor. Who knows, there might even be some clues. Or the person spreading a rumor might know something. But it's not up to me at this point. You sure? This is the best opportunity we're going to get. The longer things drag on, the less time we'll have. It'll only make things harder. Alright, hurry it up then. I'll go report to the higher-ups. I'm counting on you, Herr Lechman. Lehman? Lechman? Ha! This work sure is demanding physically and emotionally. It's hard enough spreading the rumors, now I even have to go there. Is that? Like, actually, who is that? Give me a second. Yeah, that's right. The sewers? He's heading into the sewers. I'd rather have to follow him down there. Time to act. And he jumps out and be like, haha, got you! Hold it right there. Who are you? Don't turn around. Tell me, who sent you to spread rumors in the afterglow? You've got the wrong idea, I just happened over here. I've been following you the whole time, Herr Lehman. And I connected the dots just now. You were one fanning the flames before spreading rumors to have that mob, accost Hibiscus. You've got a pretty good memory. Speak, who sent you here? And what were you planning to do in the sewers? What wonderful timing. I'm also quite curious as to what Herr Lehman planned to do in the sewers. Don't turn around or else. Oh, is that the Empress's voice? What do you think will happen? Is that the Empress's voice? Now I'm curious. Like, for they following him. Why does my tongue not wanna work with me today? At all. Okay, what do we have here? Like, is this gonna be a puzzle fight? How do I... Okay, I see how, but what do I... Okay. Why am I... Okay, I made the wrong call. What I needed to do is this. Yep. Then this. I just wait until she kills that one. Oh no, it works. Let's go. Okay, so far so good. Oh, wait a second. This is not that bad, actually. Never mind, that's not bad. It's actually not bad at all. Oh, well, that's bad though. Okay, oh, I have first aid mode on. Oh, that's some nasty damage. Wow. That's like some really nasty damage. Wow, brother. Okay, we know what I am doing here for sure. Fuck that guy. Oh, you can just sleep, monster. Let's go. Oh, I pushed him back into it. Let's go, dragon power. Oh, well, you are kind of working against me here. And Council is working against me. It's fine. Okay, there we go. Like, I somehow... that was bad though. I somehow managed. Did I read how they work? Well... You know, when the first tutorial was a thing, I kinda read this sentence, maybe. Yeah, maybe. Big maybe. Who are you? Oh, you let him escape. I told you not to turn around. You let the mark get away. I said, who the hell are you? Easy now, my dear Graf, settle down. My official identity can be a bit messy to explain, so just treat me as a spy. I'm called Beagler. You... Why'd you have to jump out this exact moment? The man escaped because of you. Considering he ended up down in the sewers, it'll take him a long time to find another exit. Besides, you stopped him before he went to the sewer. Who knows, maybe the two of you saw that you were in a disadvantageous position and tried to put on a show to try to fool me. You seriously think we are in cahoots? He and I? Or are you going to tell me that someone coerced you into going to see Gertrude? Spare me the bad jokes. You're worth much more than he is, Graf Ortica. You can't stop me. When it comes to compatibility, it is true that I cannot stop you, but think carefully. This is a job straight from their majesties. Take a look. I've dealt with these things since I was 6. I personally don't mind you, Snark, but you best show me some restraint when it comes to their majesty's affairs. Restraint when you and Louis Spy figure out that you've got the wrong person. You're going to be the one begging for forgiveness. The caster will deal a lot of AoE damage if they hit an enemy without the... But... Huh. Oh well, I was like, my brain just kinda didn't piece that together. You don't seem to understand the situation you're in, my good Graf Urtica. But enough of that, don't try to stone for time here, come with me. Where to? To where you belong, don't worry, we prepared detention facilities for suspects for all walks of life, I assure you. You enjoy the finest treatment. Let me tell you something, Herr Biegler. Ready to beg for mercy, or is it a bribe? In case of the latter, I'd be more than glad to oblige. I doubt a little bit of money is enough for you to let me go. Why do you get the impression that you take me away regardless, even after you pocketed the money? Clever boy! I find you rather easy to get along with, Herr Biegler. You remind me of the Urtica I know so well, where most of the people are just as upstanding as you. Give me a second. I'm honored to hear that. But what I really want to know is what that man is doing in the sewers. But you were the one who stopped him, right under my nose. Well, this is a bit embarrassing to say, but I wanted to resume things up here. One of my agents liked to tell stories that would make you want to hurl, of the ones that instantly killed your appetite for the day the first stone came from the sewers. Oh, if your stomach is upset, perhaps we should go for a cup of coffee to smooth things over. I'd love to, but I'd much rather find out what he's doing down there. I might as well go after him. And this is only your fault, Herr Biegler. As long as you let me head down, you can keep pointing your wand at me. I want the right to run. I will warn you in advance, there will be consequences for running away from me without authorization, regardless of the reason. What kind will you put me down? You'll at least be stripped of your status. Oh, he wants that though! But that's the thing he wants. Even if you're proven innocent, in the future you're never able to step into the spire of Urtica ever again. And he's like, bitch, I'm in. Don't threaten me with a good time, I might be even more inclined to try running now. In any case, since you insist on heading down there after you, Graf Urtica, I'll be keeping a close eye on you. Hibiscus, this isn't a lecture, but you can't speak to my hair that way. But, Mr. Thaddeus, there's a lot of things you can't say, leaving this old lady to say 'em. Please come in. Do you know how the Afterglow got its name? I don't. My hair once said, it is precisely because night falls that the Afterglow is even more precious. If the long veil of night were to never lift, what could be more dazzling than the always firing than the warm Afterglow? It's a wonderful thing, but... Oh, the two over there are Frau Ursula and Hibiscus? Come, if you want to chat, do it over here. Why don't you face Hibiscus? Did something happen? If you're worried that my food isn't healthy enough, I'd also have sparkling water here. Come. You're still... Let's oblige him this time. Frau Ursula, what's wrong with Hibiscus? Did she get into an argument? No, none of that. Enough random guessing. I was telling Hibiscus about the history of the Afterglow. The Afterglow's history? Now that's something I could be more familiar with. Not bragging either, but I bet I know even more than Frau Ursula here. The Afterglow didn't used to be a residential area for the infected. It was one of the Wiesenheim's industrial plates. Don't underestimate me just because I'm setting up shop over here. Back in the day, I was in charge of feeding hundreds of associates. Industry? Could it be that this place was turned into an infected residual area because of the spread of oripathy due to the industrial waste? Industrialization did bring a lot of infected here, but back in the ancient soul days there was no such thing as a ghetto for infected. Ha! I won't keep rambling on. One year, Wiedeheim constructed a magnificent concert hall that shook the world with but a single order from him, His Majesty, known now as our Afterglow Hall. His Majesty? Which one are you referring to? Oh dear, Hibiscus, don't worry about the details, alright? If it's His Majesty. I get it. When the concert hall was completed, he still reigned, and nobody dared to say anything. But he left just as quickly, and Graf Strollo, who took over Wiesenheim, hated his concert hall. Maybe hate isn't the right word, but rather was too quick to show loyalty? Shh, no random guessing. A few years later, the power issued an order to supposedly improve the treatment of the infected. The Graf at the time took the opportunity to lump the concert hall together with the industrial plate and turned it into an infected ghetto. I looked all over, and before that, there were no such things as infected quarters anywhere in Albanian. The Graf at the time, wasn't that the very same damn Gertrude? It was either her father or her older brother, I can't really remember, but it wasn't actually her. Though the Graf at the time designated this area for the infected, he didn't care whether the people in it lived or died. He even had all the industrial facilities torn down. Obviously, to have us fend for ourselves. So among the nobles, this place became known as the Afterglow, and the concert hall also became the Afterglow Hall. The name Afterglow represented the idea that we wouldn't last long, just like the last rays of light in the evening. That's simply cruel and unusual. It was pretty over the top. But for our Afterglow at the time, the word was a perfect fit. Everyone fought desperately to survive, to let the lingering rays of sunlight on the horizon struggle for just a bit longer. We set up stalls, we ran errands. Some of us even turned into hard thugs for rich people in the other plates. Those were some chaotic years. Later on, Herr Czerny stepped forward. Step forward? He started out as a nobody. He had written a few pieces, but since he was uninfected, everything was published anonymously. His works were magnificent, even attracting attention from the fancy folk atop the spires. But once they saw that Herr Czerny was from Africa, they quickly turned away and left. That was until he wrote Morgenabend. Ursula would be more qualified to speak about Morgenabend than me, so I'll turn the floor over to her. Miss Ursula? Oh, it's actually quite simple. The one who taught piano to my hair had a daughter, and she was a good friend. Oh, god damn it, they're telling me he had a crush on the daughter, they became sweethearts, and then she died. And the last thing he has to remember her by was the composition they were best like at. That would be fucked up, but considering this is Dark Knights, I think I hit the nail on the head, so let's see. The two were on very good terms, and they were just about as good as each other. They were awfully competitive, always trying to one-up the other. Sadly, the Grand passed away when my hair was 20 years old. Losing her was a huge blow to him. Day in, day out, he spoke hardly a word. He grew thinner and thinner by the day. I hit the nail on the head, let's go. Until finally he showed a stack of sheet music, told me it's his newest composition, and that he wasn't gonna publish anonymously this time. The Graf then... She was the very same dame you mentioned. Don't know why, but the Graf sought out my hair. Or Grafin, I guess, like as the female Graf. She became his sponsor and also went along with all his ideals. She gave him her full backing, finally letting Morgenabend carry the Czerny and spread it all throughout the Afterglow. Can't imagine that. But I'm starting to understand a bit of what Mr. Czerny meant in his saying. Morgenabend was so popular and beloved, the folk in the spires couldn't blind eye anymore. They had no choice. They had to acknowledge my hair's talent. So then Mr. Czerny began to cultivate people in the Afterglow who had musical talent? That's right, sing it's how we're in Lithuanian. The one with thing we aren't short on is musicians. I may not have any talent, but even I... Oh, stop it, you're just being humble. A few years ago you were still playing the accordion, while yodeling about your pickled cabbage. Okay, I wanna hear that. I'm actually a fan of yodeling. I wanna hear that. Shame I won't be able to. Back in my factory days, I had to gather everyone up for lunch. Way easier to use the accordion than to shout. Anyways, once music became a part of the Afterglow, our worst days finally passed. Composing, performing, teaching, making instruments. Plenty of folk published their compositions anonymously, and most performers can't leave the Afterglow, but still the money it brought in gave the Afterglow a foot in the door. But before long my hair got into some big fight with the Grafin. A big fight? Looks like a clash of ideas. not that understanding in such things. The Grafin stayed her patron, but the two have hardly made contact since. Andante? What's wrong? Greta's grandfather, he's gone missing. I'll head back right now, right away. And she runs off. Is that all we're getting? Thank you very much, see you. Goodbye, hope to see you again. If anything... Oh, death mic right there. If anything doesn't fit quite right, bring it back and I'll fix it for you. Hi. It's already so late. Everyone should be back by now, right? Oh, what's that sound? Huh? What is that? An originium slug? Run! Don't look back! Run! God damn it! That's fucked up! Okay, I don't like where this is going, I'll be honest with ya. I don't like where this is going at all. E6. I should read the thing, shouldn't I? How do I read it? Where can I read about game mechanics? Okay, I guess just trial and error it is. I'll figure it out. Yeah, let's go. Two men strike forward in the wide, dark sewer. The sound of water is loud and grating, I guess. Even more sinister than unbroken silence. Hold on a minute, make it right here. You sure know this place well. Of course I do. Something every spy should know. The first thing every spy should know. Then I'm sure you've already been working in the afterworld for years. Trying to get on my good side. Just curious. You're not privy to that information. Disappointing. Why'd you stop moving? There's something over there. That's the oldest trick in the book, don't even bother. No, I'm serious, look over there, something's moving. It's a snag. The beginner presses the weapon in his hand against Graf Ortega's heart from behind. His eyes then following the direction of the Graf's fingertips. It's just an originium slug, you've never seen one of those before. Is it really just an originium slug? The high and mighty Graf Ortega was so scared by an originium slug that he couldn't even walk. Now I've seen everything. Still think there's something not quite right. Stop being stupid and move on. Fine. Wait, just a second. Isn't that an awful lot of slugs? That's way too many. This is going to be a major problem. Run, now! Where are you? It's about to be too late already, hurry up! Beingler grasps Ebbenson's wrist tightly and the two of them sprint through the sewers. Hey yo? Do you have a map of the sewers inside your head? If you have the time to quip at me, you'd better not be spending it to catch your breath. I'm not trying to be sarcastic, every branch we take seriously looks the same to me. Rest it up. Then keep running, hurry! I can't keep going. That's fine, we just happened to find the one who we're looking for. Good evening, Herr Neyman. Oh, good evening, shopkeeper. Shopkeeper? Oh, you don't know a damn thing, but you still have to stick your nose where it doesn't belong. What a pain you are. Wouldn't you agree, Beagler? Agreed. But you're the one who's in real trouble. You've provoked all the originium slugs in this area and they're swarming towards the surface. As we both know, the ruthenium slugs in the source emit a noxious gas, and that you're doing is tantamount to a chemical attack on the infected and afterglow. A chemical attack, but aren't we fine right now? The gas was a much stronger effect on the infected than it does on you, Graph and Serene and Hibiscus. And Kaida too. Good, you're already understanding the situation. Layman, quell these original slugs and return them to their original state immediately, or I will exercise my right to put you down on the spot. It's no longer possible. A lone man can start a fire easy enough, but even if you point a knife to his neck, he won't be able to put it out. Alone. How do people get out of this? What do we get? How do you not even know that much? Not interested in hearing your riddles. Pestilence from shadow, wanton spouts, spews ruin and preload. Do you really need me to explain it to you word by word? Let me rephrase. What do you get out of making the prophecy come true? You don't need to worry about that. Gets put down immediately. What are you trying to do? Silence him? Just knocking him out already, my dear. I mean, spirited spy. Do you even have any way of controlling the slugs? If I did, I wouldn't be wasting my breath on him. Then let's get going before it's too late. You're more than meets the eye, Graf Vertica. Fine, I'll carry him out and you follow me. Wait, hold up, that's... Evenhold sees the same thing Bigler sees. Verneman has fallen and something silvery is glistening on the sewer wall. It's a keyhole. There might be some kind of device inside controlling the Reginium slugs. I'll blow the door open. Let me see if I can pick the lock first. It'll be bad news if we move something important. Can you open it? The locks are pretty tough nut to crack, but it won't get the better of me. Give me a second. While you're working at it, mind telling me what's this prophecy all about? You've never heard about it. Well, whatever, it's spreading around anyway. Over lofty hills, the fiend steps into Twilight's midst gaze. The blood hides, plague within, slow beckons death to creep on walls. Pestilence from shadow went on spouts, spews ruin in prelude. Fates finance and Sembong woe departs with sun's last rays. And Sembong, woe. Right. To be honest, I'm still curious what the last verse means. Everything else is already fairly clear. The first verse refers to Hibiscus arrival in the afterglow, and the second refers to the phenomenon of false recovery. You even know about that? What do you think a spy's job is? Now, the third verse is also clear, all that remains is the last one. It's open. Now, that's something. A laboratory. What do we have here? Let's go. Oh, what happened here? Ah, it's you. Thank you for organizing. Herr Terry, the situation outside has gotten to hell in a handbasket. Swarms of noxious originium slugs started coming up from the sewers, and a lot of people have already been poisoned. It's total chaos in the streets now. They're saying that it's part of a prophecy, and panic is spreading through the afterglow. How did this all happen? We can't do much about people panicking right now, but how about those who were poisoned? They're not looking too good, especially those whose repathy started getting better recently. They're having even more violent reactions. Okay, give me a second. We already contacted the hospital, but the medical staff online didn't seem very motivated when they heard that we're in Africa. Not motivated? I'm going to negotiate with the hospital then. It's so dangerous outside, you'd better just go. If they didn't care about you when you made a call, it won't make a difference if I'm the one on the line. This is something I have to take care of in person. But tomorrow's the day of the concert, and if you get poisoned... If there's inexplicable events resulting in deaths, do you think people will be in any mood to enjoy music even if the concert continues as planned? I don't want things to reach that point, nor do I want to pretend as if nothing is happening. I'd rather not play a single note than lie to myself. Oh, what a man. Okay, what's going on the streets? Ew! Why are there so many slugs? It reeks. What is it, Sench? I'll help you. Let's get out of here. Looks like the prophecy's coming true. Gets eaten by a slug. That pests, stay away. Krause? Krause, get up! Help us, somebody! Anybody! Oh, music. Is someone playing the cello? Oh, the slugs are going in the direction of the music. Thank you! Krause, stand up! Here, hold on to my shoulder. Hold on tight. Let's go now. You're welcome. With Kreide at the epicenter, the tones of the cello spread out across the narrow streets and alleys of the afterglow. Wherever the cello's notes travel, the ruthenium slugs turn around one after another. Those who had been surrounded think the crisis is over, that the poison-exhaling insects will soon retreat to the dark sewers under the guidance of the cello's tune. But they are wrong. Both where they can and cannot see ruthenium slugs make their way towards Kreide. Something's bad's gonna happen. Finally made it. Now what? Dodge just slowly slugs up with my arts. Something's not right here. Now what is it, my good spy? The ruthenium slugs are congregating in one place. A cello? Kreide, what are you doing? Stop that right now! No yelling, it won't do any good and will only mess up your lungs. Help me get through. Oh, Mr. Spy. I told you, stop shouting. He won't stop playing just because you're shouting, and I won't stand aside just because you aren't. Then let's combine forces and clear our path to Kreide. I don't think so, I'm heading in the opposite direction. Are you going back to your coffee shop? Yes, we worked together to create an opening, now we'll part ways. I'm sure you can't wait to head back to your shop and study those storm documents retrieved from the lab, right? I'm so glad the research notes about the Voice of Terror are so much more interesting than the lives of the infected. The situation is your own damn fault, so you can solve it yourself. Also, if I found out that if a single word of those and plans was written by you, just you wait. I'll be waiting, sure enough. That's the end of our chat. We're going on the count of 3. Things are getting very interesting. Ding dong. Bum para bum para. Oh, I see. Don't ask me what I'm doing. Oh, big boom, right? Okay. Pray. Okay, here. Wait, why did I put it that way? I could move it this way. This could be very nice, but... Okay. My brain is kinda... You're not gonna lie, that's gonna be good for me. Okay. I don't feel like a fucking idiot here. Only because I am. Okay, I feel like a fucking moron. Hey. What am I not getting? Oh wait, I see. I actually see. Wow, I am an idiot. Wait, how does that... Does that make another light? Wait a second. Does this produce another light in the direction it's faced? Okay, no wonder I feel like a fucking idiot. Okay. Yep, that keeps light. Okay. No, I was speaking about myself because I just now realized what these things do. Did you call? Also, don't call yourself an idiot. How could you? I'm kidding, of course. Okay, there we go. Why did my brain die? Oh, there we go. Okay, what the... Kreide, I'm coming, stop playing the channel. Are you trying to get yourself killed? That is something I've considered. I'll draw the slugs over with the sound of my channel, and then burn myself to ashes along with them. What the fuck is wrong with you? No wife room, because I can't claim it. Later. But, what did I say? But now that you're here, I probably won't have a chance to do that anymore. Kreide, why? Ever since I was little, I knew there was something wrong with me. The infected who spent a lot of time around me, their sickness kept getting worse and worse. My grandpa and I were chased out from our home for it. We started wandering between villages. I always thought it was only affected people, that as long as they didn't spend too much time around me, they'd be fine. But my grandpa's condition finally started to deteriorate, and that shattered my first illusion. After that, Ives told me about the phenomenon of forced recovery. Already caused such serious damage in the short amount of time it came to the afterglow. If me living beings If me living brings calamity to others, then I would rather die. It's not your fault. How's it not my fault? Do you know about the voice of Terra? Now that you mention it, I think I'm finally starting to remember. About the voice of Terra, those who died in that experiment, the Witch King's remains, and you. I remembered it all now. That's fine, none of this is your fault. The Witch King and his remains are to blame, as well as Gertrude, but you're innocent. Thank you for reminding me that this isn't something I was born with. It was the found product of an experiment. I couldn't remember either until I heard the sound of your channel, so I should be thanking you. But what? The situation has already spiraled out of control. I can't even mitigate the harm I caused anymore. Besides, if the Graffin words are true, then my days are numbered. I might as well do something here. No. Why would I get myself tricked by Gertrude? Voices of the mundane can be swapped out. But mine is already corrupted, even if I were to transfer it to you now, We won't know until we try. If you're already prepared to die, then what are you so scared of? I don't want to hurt you. You can worry about that if something bad actually happens to me. Until then, let's make a wager. Fine. Can you normally feel the melody of the voice of Terra? Whether I'm performing or casting arts, I can always vaguely feel the presence of the voice. I know the strong melody well by now, even though it's not at all mine. I know. Mine isn't shrill. If anything, it's gentle. Rather, I should say that it's so harmonious, almost to the point of being an empty void. Let's try our best to match the melodies we've experienced and put them together. Oh, you got to the last stage. Sweet. Put them together? But we don't have an audience. No, look at the audience all around us. The Reginium slugs. Playing the Virginium slugs, the melodies that the old bastard left behind is quite fitting, if you ask me, humane even. I don't know, like, I'm thinking about either ending it here or going through with it, like, to the last stage and all. I don't know, like, how much there is. Soon as the sound of a flute and cello intermingle, both men immediately recognize the problem. There is hardly any consonance between their two melodies. The flute's voice is urgent, manic, and harsh. It speeds up and slows down as if filled with an urge to drag everything before it into the abyss. The cello's voice is languid, melancholic, and hollow. Its rhythm remains constant, akin to a land ground down to nothingness by catastrophe. But the two brace themselves and persevere, continuing their duet that is not a duet. What stage I'm in? I think this is LE6. Or is it LE5? I don't know. Like, I got confused. I think it's LE6. The slugs surge forward like the hide. Underneath the noxious sky, the two men whose lives have been twisted by their voices of the mundane continue their discordant duet, reading the score of a melody that they never knew existed in their minds, playing before an audience of Virginium slugs. The more Ebenholz follows this train of thought, the more he feels himself approaching the coda of the voice of Terra's melody. He puts more force behind his breaths, while the sounds of Kreide's cello grow heavier and hollower. Ebenholz lowers his head to look towards Kreide. Kreide's head has already begun to drop. His hands continue bowing, but the cello's sound becomes dimmer and dimmer, getting closer and closer to nothingness. Suddenly, in this moment, Ebenholz seems to realize something. So he uses the remaining strength to blow one final Sforzando. Kreide also seems to be struggling, laboriously sawing at the thickest string on the instrument. Their music spreads like an alarm bell. The slugs that had been frantically rushing towards the pair of musicians suddenly retreat just as quick, as if they have seen a predator. Kreide, are you still with me? And he falls. Kreide, are you still awake? Those are my breaths. I'm awake. How's that? Can you still hear the melody of the voice of your voice of Terra? To be honest, it seems even clearer now. Sorry, I acted without thinking. But on the bright side, we managed to drive away the Virginium slugs. Hold on. Kreide, what's wrong? The new suit you brought for me. Oh god! Oh good, it hasn't been soiled. Probably doesn't smell too good though, right? Fair enough. It's fine, I bet you can't even imagine how much I reek right now. Okay, I'm not gonna say anything. Speaking of which, this wouldn't be the first time I've gotten myself into this mess. That time, the fire broke out not far from the Spire Vertica. Instead of going to put out the fire, the Spire attendant so rushed over to make sure I couldn't go anywhere. They were afraid that you ran away. Afraid that I ran away after that I'd go into hiding, after that I'd die in the sea of fire. They worried about you dying? Nearly all the windows in the Spire had arts and hands bars and locks just in case I tried to jump off. I was a prize figurehead. If I went off and died, they wouldn't have been able to endure the consequences. In the end, the flames never reached the Spire, but I did get marinated in the smell of smoke. Oh. Well, that sucks. I wore that smoke-soaked coat for a good half month and didn't take it off until the weather warmed. That brings back old memories here as well. After my grandpa and I ran out of our own home, we started to wander between some more affluent villages. Most people were pretty friendly to us as long as they hid the fact that we were infected. I read in novels that during the harvest season, friendly villagers would prepare breadwurst and beer for the day workers at night so they could eat and drink to their heart's content. The friendly villagers threw some spare change at us and shooed us out of the village before nightfall in fear that we'd steal things. The not-so-friendly villagers prepared some rock-hard Schwarzbrot and pointed weapons at us, indeed to make us fall in line. One time, I was helping a villager out with some farm work. It was really hot that day, and I was dripping with sweat, so I wanted to loosen my clothes while nobody was around. Right before I was about to take off my shirt, I heard a commotion not far away. Grandpa rushed over and told me to run, saying that one of the workers rolled up his sleeves thinking nobody was watching, accidentally revealing the Virginium crystals on his arm. The villagers immediately threw himself into an abandoned cellar and looked him up, and then set up to check everyone else one by one. If not for Grandpa, I might have also died in that cellar. Died? They actually killed the infected? They didn't need to, nor did they dare. All they had to do was wait for them to start, crystallize, and explode. Why does that sound like another event we read? Or was it like main stage with Talua when she like discovered that in the Ursus villages that they would lock in infected until they'd starved? I can't remember that. Hasn't there been alone standing low to treat the infected with dignity? I never knew about a decree like that until I set foot into a nomadic city. Give me a second. Yeah, I kinda remember that. I'm so sorry. I don't know what to say. You have nothing to apologize for. You were also deceived by the Griffin. No, what I mean is, if I had been a little braver back then, if I had spoken up back then, maybe you wouldn't have had to. I'm sorry. Really, you don't have anything to apologize for. Just as you said, the voice of Terra was made by man. The blame falls on those who sought to use the voice of Terra, not on you. I protected you in the manner I could. Just like you're trying to protect me now. You're right. Thank you, Kreider. Come, let's find Hibiscus and Hercerni. They'll know what to do, I'm sure of it. And then we'll have that voice of Terra removed from you. You can thank me properly after that. Let's go. He falls. I knew it. Kreider? Poor Kreider. What happened here? Give me a second. That's fine. Okay. Some messages to see. Cute. Okay, I'm back. His condition is more or less stable. The reason he passed out most likely has to do with the poison. We rescued a number of poisoning patients whose signs and symptoms largely match with Kreider's. But on the subject of Kreider's future, the Countess probably didn't lie. Overall, his condition is on edge of critical. So you'll help us, won't you? I want to trust the two of you, I really do. But I need proof. Even if it's circumstantial evidence, I need some objective facts to show that the voice of Terra isn't based on speculation, but a part of an imminent plot. Sir? Where have you been? We've been looking all over for you. Lies. Speculation. Can you be 100% sure that what you say is true? What you said to Kreider, do you know that he almost died along with those Reginium slugs because of your words? Emeralds, is that true? Had Emeralds not found him first, you would have never seen him again. I'm telling you, the voice of Terra is real, that I swear on my life. What do you mean? I don't have time to explain it to you right now, I have work to do. But I need to... You're among the most stubborn folk I ever met. Go to the lounge of the concert hall and you'll understand everything. Right, the concert hall. Gertrude said she did something to after go home to make it match with the arts during the duet. Alright, let's go right away. There's also Cerny, make sure you bring him as well, in case neither of you can convince the other. I have to go now. What's he hiding? He knows something. Sir, you... Evanholt's Hibiscus trade glances. They have both suspicion, but they're also running out of time. Oh, there we go. Okay, which stage was this? Only 6, yes. So 2 more, right? I could squeeze out 2 more, maybe. Give me a second. Depending on how long it's gonna take, though. Okay, let's go LE7. Okay, let me think. I don't like the instrumentals. That's just me being a sucker for instrumentals, though. He's not here? Mynheer stepped out a while ago. He left. He's off to the hospital just outside the afterglow to take treatment for the infected who got poisoned. And he's back. I knew it. What's this, mein Herr? The hospital? I managed to twist the arms of the largest two and got them to sign contracts, but as for the rest, there's no hope. But Rosamund signed an agreement with those hospitals. Oh, I didn't notice you were here as well. There's no point. Rosamund's contracts are limited to symptoms caused by Oripaf itself. They have ample grounds to not treat infected patients who fall ill for poisoning. But my hair, you got those two hospitals. That should be enough, right? Huh, enough. Of course it's enough. I put every copyright I hold down as collateral. Of course the consortium behind them thinks that's enough. Don't tell me that. You transferred all your copyrights over to that consortium? I did. Not just the existing copyrights. I even sold the distribution rights for tomorrow's concert to them. Now I can start from scratch. Eddie falls. Mein Herr! Well, he didn't take care of himself. Hey, you're finally awake. They found you trying to cross the border. You're awake. Mrs. Ernie, you didn't take any precautionary measures when you went out, did you? You're talking about the fumes for the Virginium slugs. I didn't waste a single second getting those contract signed. That's all that mattered to me when I left. Promise me you'll never be that reckless ever again. Ever again? Are you saying I still have time left to live? That's why I'm here. Huh, you never want to see a doctor until your body gives out on you. Thank you, Hibiscus. I'm just doing my job. That reminds me, why haven't you said anything, Eberholz? Are you trying to throw in the towel now that the afternoon is so dangerous? I'll tell you straight now that we've come this far, the concert must go on. Don't ever think about running. Don't even think about running, huh? You think you'd accept it now? Give it a moment. Seems like you're not here to tell me you're quitting the concert. No, I'm not here to tell you I'm quitting the concert. Eberholz, you repeat what others say when you got nervous. Even I noticed it from the very beginning. If you have something to say, just spill it out. You think there's anything I wouldn't be able to accept in the state I'm in now? Oh, part3. Mr. Cerny, here, water. Ah, poor old Cerny. Oof. Damn that Gertrude. And you, how could you possibly go along with a plan like that? Curse me for thinking it as some creative talent, and this is what you use it for? Some evil plot? It wasn't my intention. How could it not be? Haven't you answered to that crazy woman from the very beginning? Cerny, I still remember what you said. Even deeply rooted hatred can still be pure music as long as it's expressed with the right technique. I did say that was what comes next. What are you trying to express? To be honest, I'm already starting to find my own way of thinking quite laughable. What I wish to pursue is nothing more than freedom. Freedom. A longing for freedom, is it? That's right. You've got a long way to go before you can express that using music. It's long been a deeply rooted experience for me, otherwise I would not have come for you. Come now. Where are we going? Where else? The concert hall. Gertrude managed to keep me out of the road with her little tricks last time, but we're going to get to the bottom of this. But you're not. Instead of sitting here popping blood vessels over him and that woman, I might as well go see what they're up to. My man. And we cut to Gertrude. Ebenholz, did Gertrude ever tell you she did anything to the lodge? She didn't say anything. She doesn't have to say anything. You can already tell. Her fingertips are all over this place. See that speaker right here? It shows obvious signs of having been dismantled. The same goes for the record player over there. She didn't even bother to tighten the screws. Even the screwdriver has been left out in the open. Just a kind of handiwork I expect from a noble, hilarious. Hibiscus, bring the record player over. Let's see what else has been tampered with besides the toner. See for yourself. This is just a stolen amplifier. That's only going to cause interference between the circuits. She already had that silence removed. The thing's basically just an amplifier now. Same with the speaker. The input circuits were completely removed and replaced with an amplifier. What is she trying to do putting on so many amplifiers in large? She never mentioned it. Then let's give it a try. Go up on stage and play something. That'll be the fastest way to get the answer. My brain. Doesn't seem like anything unusual is happening. I can't hear anything out of the ordinary either. Go over and tell them supply a little bit of art, only the simplest kind of the spirit drowsiness, maintained strictly at the lowest level. Bam. Oh, maybe he shouldn't have been there. Cerny! Don't worry about me, I just got some palpitations, that's all. Everyone stand over here and try using the same arts as before. Remember to mind the volume. An echo? It's a sound coming from outside. But isn't this how everyone's food? Cerny opens his mouth, but no voice comes out. The answer already seems clear to him. However, the expression Hibiscus sees on his face is one of excitement and anger. Is none of excitement and anger, but terror. Pure terror. Gertrude converted this large node and thereafter know-how into a massive amplifier, an arts amplification device. The amplifier stays off as long as it doesn't detect any musical arts. But as soon as someone casts musical arts, the amplification device activates and exponentially amplifies the arts as the music spreads throughout the afterglow hall. The leakage and resonance of the voice of Terra are no exception. In other words, the regime activation will spike in all areas that are affected, meaning that everyone in Wiesenheim, virtually without exception, will be infected. And those who already have RUP are even less likely to be spared. After they die, their bodies will rapidly disintegrate, releasing a large amount of active Reginium microparticles. The surrounding area will be permanently poisoned and Wiesenheim will be completely cut off from the outside world. Very sorry to interrupt your little chat, but I'm here to offer a suggestion. Why cast arts of wakefulness across all of Wiesenheim on such a beautiful night? I often suffer from insomnia. Apologies, but we're dealing with something very important right now. Gertrude? Then a story note. Okay. Good evening, Cerny. And this must be Operator Hibiscus from Zealand. Yes, 'tis a pleasure to meet ya. As for the young man in shock over there, why not come visit my home for something to drink, perhaps have a nice night's rest, and return energized tomorrow? Gertrude, to think you'd actually... But actually what? Don't tell me you're going to say that actually deceive you and make you murder half of the city. That can't be right. What you're actually mad about is how I had you running in circles and nearly got you killed without you even noticing, right? Show us your pride as a noble Graf Ortica, come on, say something. Evanholz, she's trying to provoke you. There's only one thing that I need to know from you right now. Why did you come here? Okay, because you woke me up, why else? I'll take this as you heard the musical arts rippling towards and realized your plans have been discovered. That's correct. Ah, what a pity, for just one more day I would have enjoyed a complete success. Did you think you should be thinking about how to escape? Do you seriously think your plan will proceed as normal if you manage to take us here? Emeralds won't help you anymore, and regardless of what you were planning for the duet, it's not going to happen now. Really? That's not how I see it. As long as Evan's and Kryde are here, my plan has not failed. As long as I eliminate you, I can continue negotiating with Graf Ortica. He is quite familiar with the art of noble dealing, and changing his mind is hardly an impossibility. Most importantly, I don't think you lot can actually beat me. If the three of you were equal in power to Graf Ortica, then I certainly would have to watch my step, but you three, pardon my rudeness. Don't waste your breath. Graf Ortica, why don't we both take a step back? What do we say? Take a step back. It is meant on these giant amplifiers, and you continue working with me. That way only Kryde has to die. Not a bad deal considering he only has a few days left to live anyways, right? In your dreams. Ah, that truly is a shame. Due to unfortunate circumstances, you were forced to choose a path most ill-suited for you. If that is your heart's desire, then so be it. What a shame. Shut up. You'll regret this for the rest of your life. I said shut up. The time to talk is over. It seems we can only settle this with a fight. If I win, the self-appointed guardians of the Afterglow will have to behave themselves and keep their mouths shut so I can continue negotiating with Graf Ortica. If you win, there's nothing more to say. A win is a win. Take your one out, Graf Ortica, or do you plan to have those two infected fight for you? Like I said, your provocation won't get you anywhere. Hibiscus stayed out of this today, I swear. Think carefully about where we are and what's all around us. Unless you're able to do this without any musical arts, you drive all the inhabitants of Wiesenheim insane before the disease ever comes. You're a quick thinker, Fraulein Hibiscus. Since you caught on so quick, I suppose there's no other choice but to take it outside. Let me get this out here first. Rid yourself of the notion that escape counts as victory. While personally the track of happiness and bystanders, I can't say the same for my underlings. You must not have a whole lot of confidence in yourself based on how many you brought with you. I'm so glad you hear your sharp wit once more. I'm almost moved to tears. Are you feeling better now, Graf Urtica? Of course, Dame Stromlo. Let's head outside and fight to our heart's content. There must be nobody for you to spar with back in Urtica. Should be lonely, right? If I did, I wouldn't be playing with an old bag like you. Oof. After all, you've never even challenged your own brother to this title. You'd have to wait for him to die before you can move up. I'm guessing you've never bested him in a fight before. Very good, very good. I'm starting to hate you more and more. The feeling is mutual. Okay, this is stage 7, right? Okay, let's see. What do we deal with here? Dum. Dun, 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 dun. Dum, ba, dum, dum. Oh, wait. Actually, no, that's fine. That's actually quite fine. Okay. Okay. Okay, maybe switch you out for monster. Oh wait, monster doesn't count? Okay, that's kind of fucked up, not gonna lie. Okay. Oh, she. Well. Okay. Okay. Heal yourself for now. Why did I activate Hoshi's Scam? Don't ask me anything. That's the same. Okay, I really need to change that skill. Oh, she gets angel wings. Oh, I love that so bad. To enjoy more classical music, depends on the piece. Depends on the piece, honestly. Like, if the music is good, I'm gonna enjoy it, like, no matter, like, which type it is. Down! What down? In your dreams. Oh, that would be such an annoying, like, fight to listen to. Fancy that, you can still struggle. I wanna make a Harry Potter meme, but no. I'm not holding this one back, Dame Stromlo. Oh, here's dice. Come on, go on natural 20. Go on, you're gonna crit. Like double damage for free. You have 3 dices, you're gonna have, like, it's gonna happen. You read me? Who knew you could bite off more than you could chew? Unripe, you're just relying on the voice of Terra, your control of art system in its infancy. You struggled so much to like what's called say that. Also, how do you know? Do you see the numbers on the dices? I didn't think so. Like I see 20 and 1. It's either 20 or a 1. So shut up. You can't convince me otherwise. Because apparently you can't type. If you can't type, you can't see. Like my logic is flawless. Did I get her? Ha! And I thought you'd want to best me, Graf Urtica. To admit defeat. A loss is a loss. What does not admitting it make it my victory instead? Why are you so unperturbed? Because, how exactly can you lay a finger on me? I'm the Leensfrau of the city, it's night, and you broke into the concert hall I administrate, and you attempted to tear down legitimate renovation ratified by my own person. You even injured me, and I did my best to stop you. Graf Urtica Rhodes Islander, and you, certainly, you should be the worried ones. Isn't that right? As despicable as ever, Gertrude. Despicable? Is that how you treat your patron? You're back over a decade. Cerny allowed you to use this concert hall. You're no more than a mere infected. Your position, I gave you that too. Your cherished afterglow could only limp its way to the present day of my benevolence. Don't forget that. How dare all of you kindly leave? I wouldn't be so sure. Graf Urtica, this title carries with a disgrace all for Lithuanian. But it also means that whether I go, the Empress's informants are sure to be. And what if they are? I told you, you're only making vain attempts to destroy my music hall. Even if their Majesty's agents were to show themselves, they would arrest you by all rights, not me. Bigler, you have to have witnessed this all now, right? Do you still intend to fold your arms and watch? I bet I saw the Grand Graf Urtica fall to breaking and entering a concert hall in the dead of night. With a gang, aside from that, I saw nothing. Did you not hear her plot? You mean Grafin Stroll's plot, or the Graf Urtica's plot jointly schemed with her? Why, I did in fact hear. However, even if I recorded your entire dialogue just now, why doesn't it doesn't prove a thing? Evidence, Graf. Everything needs careful selected evidence. What proves Grafin Strong's intended effect against the Empresses? Proof. You come to me at this moment and raise the matter of proof? Right, the voice of Terra. We discovered there was research into the voice of Terra in the source. What? Huh. Seems you're not off the ball after all, Graf Urtica. What research? I know nothing about it. Feigning stupidity at this point past, Grafin Stroll. You may not be directly linked to the notes and plans in the sewer laboratory, but we have our ways. With our leads there, and we won't get apart to find a rather little basis. You're presently suspected of launching research into the voice of Terra, forbidding under Her Majesty's decree. Want you to come with me? Wait, because she was researching the voice of nothing else? Let me reiterate to you again, Graf Urtica, and the rest of you. As long as you have no clear evidence proof your found product is going to blow up like this you say it does, every accusation you throw at her turns into slander, nothing else. Let me take a look at those Voice of Terra research files. I can give you exhaustive evidence. Very sorry, but as that's classified Lithuanian information, I can't hand it over to a foreign organization. You're just wishing it out of existence. There's a lot of these lands that doesn't go the way you want it, Fräulein. But let it go, Hibiscus. He's made his point very clear. Our discoveries aren't enough to commit Grafin Stroll, and he only showed himself because he found other evidence to do so. I should even be thanking you for deigning to show up in the wake of my hissy fit. Isn't that right, Beagler, my dear spy? I'll be honest, if I had to compare you to Grafin Strong's nobles, I'd say you win out in my box, Graf Urtica. And you, Herzerdi. We have Grafin Strong contained now, even if whatever your friends are worried about is real either way, the concert's safe. Of course, I still recommend you cancel it. Save us for settling this. I thought the concert tomorrow had already been forbidden. Whether you hold it remains up to you. Okay, Grafenstrom, I believe you're loyalty to the Empresses. I'd just like to take you for breakfast. You wouldn't refuse my invitation, would you? Breakfast in these early hours? Very well. Graf Ortega, you will regret betraying me. I regret many a thing, but that is one matter I never will. Officer, take her away. She is as sus as Luna. Well, we've just let them go. Gertrude. Still had a word waiting for her. If profanity counts for a word. You motherfucking bitch! He conceded with the spy. Breakfast in bed? Okay, do you know how much you offended me right now? Because usually I wake up sometimes, like, especially when I was sick, I would wake up early, make myself a soup as breakfast and bring it back to bed, like, cozy up, be warm and eat soup to get healthy. Now I feel offended. Kida still hasn't woken. Leave him with me. I'll set off straight away and bring him to Rose Island. Landship. You're taking him away? I am. He's only get the proper treatment at Rose Island. I won't allow it. Why? Even if you can pacify his condition, what will you do about the voice of terror? I don't doubt your medical prowess, but is that something you can truly solve? I can't promise. But we've got no other choice now. Don't tell me you still hope Gertrude's help get rid of it through Assemble. I can only hope. You are... How long will it take from Iserheim to Landship, I ask you? You won't say because you know Kida isn't likely to make it there. But even if what Gertrude said is true, and you're really going to sacrifice yourself to do this, as long as I can do it, why shouldn't I? Ibis was stares blank for a spell. The look in his eyes now, compared to when she first met the young man, the difference is like black and white. He's serious, she thinks. Fine. But you can't say that she's not hot as fuck. I can most definitely say that. Do I mean it? That's another question. But I can say she's not hot. With a straight face, nonetheless. Just cause you are thirsty as fuck, don't lump me in with the likes of you. Hiya. Even if I help you the best of my ability, we know too little about the voice of Terra, and what we do know was all told to us by the Countess. We're sifting through facts and fiction. Looks like I made it. Sorry, you. If you need more info about the voice of Terra, I have this project plan right here. Sir, did you... You found the same thing as Beagler? I did. You probably imagined, but Kreides is Finn, who slipped through the program's net back in the day. How could the Empresses let such a wildcat wander freely, you know? But you've been roaming together for more than a decade. That's why no one ever suspected it. But didn't Beagler say it was classified? Which is why I fetched it from where he kept it. Oh, my man, he's gonna be so mad, but my man... If I can save Kreide, then the hell does it matter if anyone shows this damn plan? It's a long overdue damned, if you ask me. Damning. Calm down, you're still very weak. Let me see the plan papers, because you take this old fellow somewhere to rest. I will. Sir, does he know? I never told him, but he's very smart. I'm sure he has a vague guess. This is too cruel to him. Oh. Fräulein, do you know how I became an infected? No. Surely you've heard how in the age before the Empress's rule, Ravanian had exploited classical originium arts to heighten hardly surpassable. Yes? So, do you know the price Ravanian paid to reach those heights? Countless human sacrifice, among which were a huge number of infected. Yes, infected. During that period, some Kurfürsten were even handing over infected Aurelian quota, and they treated this as custom. But infected are people too, it's not like they let their lives be thrown away. So, can you guess what happened in the end? You don't mean... It looks like you have. Just slashed your arm with Originium, and now you qualify as infected too. That's how mine came about. What did they find? Melody. It's Melody, the voice of the mundane, the melodies of the Witch King left behind. I can't believe this. No, this is the only way it makes sense. He wasn't Albanian's mightiest caster, the Witch King was also Albanian's most feared musician. His mastery of music was the epitome. Some even said his insight into music was the same great as his Regini Mart's research. But rhythm, tonality, texture, he threw those raw elements that make up the beauty of music to the hounds. Every piece of his left in the world was filled with murder and devastation. Oh, give me a second, like something's wrong. Oh, interesting. Oh, something like didn't show up right. His opus have long been forbidden places in Albanian. If the voice of Terra is a string of melodies left by the Witch King, then the voice is without a doubt a remnant opus of his, and you are its very extent. We are not his opus. You shouldn't deceive yourself. Moreover, if this is the case, you have a solution. I need you to perform the sample that repelled those Reginium slugs again. When you did that, you grasped the voices on yourselves, didn't you? Assemble. Right now. Do you comprehend the situation we're in here? I do, and I know it better than you do. But... let's hear her turning out, Hans. Cried, are you alright? Did you come here alone? Andante brought me over. But you can't double the voice of Terra's melody again like you did before. If I did something wrong to you last time, I don't want to leave any regrets. Alright, Herr Czerny, what did you think of? If the voice can be said by a string of melodies, then whatever those remnants who used you for their experiment or Gertrude, their aim has to be to conduct the Reginium arts contained within that melody. Or should I say, the melody that flows within this Reginium art, which is to say their exploration of the voice is entirely to unearth the supposed secret within. In plain words, they're trying to make the voice more clear, more beautiful. Thus, there is one thing I can very definitely tell you. There is no method that can transfer the voice anywhere in these plans. I'm not surprised anymore. But that's not because doing so would be too difficult, precisely the opposite. It's because in their eyes it would be a waste of what they have. Because every melody the Witch King left behind is different. Each comes from its own period and contains its own completely separate emotion and ideas. Well, what sense can there be in putting two entirely different songs together? Just as when you perform together, the further you pursue it, the more disastrous the effect becomes. Even the Reginium slugs fled because they found your performance to be far too ear-bleeding. I presume they've done similar transfer experiments before and realized how bad the results were then. They did. However, even if two pieces are diametrically opposed, a sufficient lead-in can still be enough to accomplish a transition. Therefore, I want you to perform my Morgenabend. Upon which I want you to dig your own self into from within the piece, just as you did that evening. I have to feel the melody the voice of Terra left within you, and then I will write you a new song. Wait, no matter what, you need something to hold the voice so you can transfer it. And the experiment results said all attempts to implant two voices into one person failed. I'll be the vessel. Is that what you mean? Don't trust that little determination you have to be enough to self-sacrifice, boy. I will try with all my might through performance to drag the voice from the both of you. And what? Drag it into himself? What? I mean, he has the best musical comprehension out of all of them, but still, that's kinda extreme, Bozo. If I cannot, I will personally serve as the receptacle if I'm able to. Why would he go so far for us? Because you reminded him of his sweetheart that died. If I remember correctly, my Morgenabend was your turning point in learning flute. And so what? So it's likely you heard of how I came to write it, that Gertrude Roman had to turn it into a blasted selling point for me, though I never wanted for anyone else to know. You lost your dearest, closest friend, and wrote the piece in your grief. Grief. The description was for of the mark. Oh, was it like for the love he had for her? Like as a memento. As a final, how would you call it? A final act. You should be using the term indignation. That was the first time I came to find that life would not unfold how I imagined it, and the first time I knew what music meant to me. My rebellion against a fixed slate. Okay. Turning ordinary civilians is affected. That's too cruel. I have no idea how many times I cursed the Witch King in these days, but perhaps someone heard my tirades. However, before they could send me to the laboratories, the Majesty had overthrown the Witch King. I was saved. And that's why I swore to dedicate the rest of my life to their Majesty's cause. And so you became a spy. But what did he learn from Patriot? He could not escape his fate in the end. Correct. I can't tell you what I did when I was an agent, and you don't need to know. All you need to know is that I was the agent who found the Witch King's remains that had been researching the Voice of Terra. By the time we found them, they had already experimented and tried and failed. It's why his body is the way it is now. Didn't plan to save him, right? How do you know? From what I know, when the Twin Empresses ascended to the throne, they issued an edict that forbade all Witch King's era research, and the Voice of Terra research obviously fell into that category. But if the Voice of Terra had already is really that amazing, I can't imagine that not a single person has turned their attention to it in the 20 years since the Witch King is overthrown. What's more, the Witch King has left his mark within. The Witch King weaved his power into the melody. The Witch King himself is the core of these ideas. Deep down, their pursuit of the Voice of Terra might actually be nothing more than worshipping the Witch King himself. And given the way that Mr. Beagler does things, I'd say Spy's principle lies with serving the Twin Empresses. In other words, to spies like you, the Voice of Terra doesn't further the Twin Empresses' interests in any way. Jonge vrouw, until I saw you how reckless you were, I took you for a fool. And now it seems you just didn't know how to put your wits to use. You're goddamn right. Here I wrote the research man along. There's no point in hiding any of this anymore. The Voice of Terra is unique. It's undoubtedly the Witch King's lingering echoes in the realm that there is definitely some power hidden within. But the Witch King's fervent followers truly believe that the Witch King left behind his avatar within it. And the power the Voice of Terra holds is too unique. It will never see widespread use. At the very least, the current courtcasters see research on the Voice of Terra as a futile and pointless pursuit. And that's why the handling of Wilhelm's Kreide became a problem. Was Wilhelm chosen because he was considered safer? Yes, we had announced the plan's failure, and Wilhelm was naturally the best choice as there was nothing wrong with his body. On the contrary, as there was already problems with Kreide's body, he had no choice. Death awaited him. But he finally got away from the Witch King's remains, and yet he had to die. That's too cruel. Perhaps in your eyes our methods are inhumane, but once you witness countless tragedies, especially ones caused by those who are not inhumane, you'll come to realize that you can't let your feelings get in the way of everything. You probably think Beagler is a pretty heartless man, don't you? Yeah, I do think so. But what you don't know is how he's lived in the afterglow and spent time with his residents. After they for more than a dozen years, his feelings for this place is no less genuine than anyone else's. There's no one who wants to skin Gertrude alive more than him, but he can't. Do you think you're the angriest person to ever talk to him? Sir Beagler, besides, Kreide's condition endangers those around him too. He has no way to get too close to anyone, and his past is destined him to never live the life of a normal man. He truly didn't have a choice. But you let the feelings get in the way with him. You offered him a choice after the death. Is it really a choice? He had to enter the world with an old man who's half dead, who's learned how to play a cello, and if he really had a chance to even touch one. He can't make friends, he can't even get close with anyone. Can you really call that a proper life? But he lived? Perhaps. Having seen how he had trembled back then, I can still feel a sharp pain in my arms even now. The Witch King, the Witch King. I cried at those who got infected inadvertently, and those who were forcibly infected. The wounds that the Witch King left on Lithuania have yet to heal, but now there are those who frisked for his return, and there are even nobles who are sheltering his remnant and facilitating the research. Oh, how I dread I won't live to see the day that they owe me justice. You will live? No need to comfort me, jonge vrouw. I've lived with him for all these years. It's a miracle that I'm still alive today. He's like a real grandson to me. I brought him here because I was actually thinking of introducing him to Beagler and setting him up with a job as an agent. That way I would at least get to die knowing he's in good hands. But now it doesn't really to me so much anymore. I always thought it was my fate to give my life to their majesties as an agent, but it seems that's not really all there is. A tremendous noise comes from inside. Go, let this old man sit for a while longer. Go help them. If you don't feel well, be sure to call my name. You won't. You'll just die peacefully. God damn it, old man. The voice of Terra did not have a name at first. The melody was abandoned by the Witch King after all. It was a melody improvised by him on the spur of the moment and transcribed by his court musicians. If the Witch King's complete piece are howls from a deep abyss, then these fragments are indeed melodies of the mortal realm. And thus, these fragments were named the Voice of Terra. Be that as it may be, the Witch King's power is still immensely terrifying. Ebenholz, I may have asked you to show your pursuit for the music, but now I want you to think back on your life the past 2,000 or so years. Let your resentfulness pour out. Music is a portraitor of your life. It's the steps you take, the eyes you peer into the horned with. Don't let your emotions cloud you, but don't betray your emotions either. Explore, vent, and drag your melody out from the deepest parts of your soul. I found it. Right, that's it. That's exactly what I want. That's the melody that was carved into your brain. It's a melody of destruction, and it's a ravaging one. And you, cried, I need the opposite from you. I need you to constrain yourself. You are too unreserved. You encompass everything that you've ever experienced. Do you know that your kindness is your greatest weakness? Are you reconciling? Why are you reconciling? Why should you reconcile? Who has the right to ask you to reconcile? Everyone thinks you deserve better. The idea has crossed your mind too, hasn't it? You still aren't willing to change the way you think, huh? Fine. This is enough. I can feel your melody too. A voice that swallows everything whole. Bear with it. The energies of two wildly different Virginians begin to entangle with one another inside the room, and as anguished expressions start to appear on the two young men's faces, Cerny knows it's time for him to join in. Keep playing, do not fret. If you feel something's wrong with your body, stop immediately. But if you do feel something's off, and you're not the one to blame, then leave it to me. Cerny sits in front of the piano, takes a deep breath, and starts playing as well. I wanna hear it. However, when he attempts to sort out the two totally different surges of energy, he realizes how much he overestimated his abilities. The melody is strong from a anger, terrifying, soul, and bloody. Above all, it's a melody that fully immerses its listeners. One moment he's suddenly filled with hatred towards the Witch King, the next second he has heartfelt admiration for him. One moment he feels as though he's a newborn child, but he immediately feels the passage of time and its effects on his body. The very next second, he's as old as the hills. He forces himself to keep his appearance intact with what little sanity he has left, but he feels so though he's walking in a boundless desert. The sandstorm is so powerful and he cannot open his eyes. He tries his best to shake the sand off, then he sees a towering wall that reaches even the sky. There is nothing on the wall, no pain, no anger, and no death. It's a simple, unadorned wall. At that very moment, he finally realizes that is the wall he will never be able to overcome. Just smash through it! Just hammer! His mind is instantly filled with fear. Weak, he gave up. Never give up. Cerny coughs violently, sending blood gushing out of his mouth. His cough is so intense that he tries to get up for a drink of water, only for him to stagger and knock down the music stand next to him. Hey, are you alright? Herr Cerny! I heard something just now. What happened? A trifle, nothing more. No, see, it's not that no one has ever attempted to do what I did, it's just that people who tried are all dead. And he went crazy. You're laughing. Mr. Cerny, you're bleeding out of your mouth. Let me wipe it for you. How did you feel just now? When we drew out the Voice of Terra, it felt very much like I was getting torn apart. But after you joined in, it felt like a lot of the pressure faded. At the very least, that proves that my idea is workable. But you're already coughed up so much blood that so I know my own body better than anyone. Some blood. Let's continue. That's it. Never give up. Cerny sits back on his bench. He closes his eyes and begins to ponder a question. Who is Cerny? He answered himself. Cerny is a coward. He once hid underneath the wigs of his dear friend and teacher, thinking that he could live his own life for music. Get the death of his dear friend, the torments of Oripapi, the poverty all work together to make him realize that he is but an ordinary man. Oh, I like the music quite a bit. He will die. I've lived this long because Gertrude still thinks I have value, and so she paid for my medication and kept me alive for a few years longer than most other infected. But if I can't finish this piece today, I might as well be dead. If you don't want me to die a meaningless death, pick up your flute. Wolomaniac, I like him. He answers, Cerny is a man who sees music as everything. Before he was famous, the people of Dartmoor showed nothing but grief and sorrow whether he went outside. They had no appreciation for the beauty of music because they didn't know whether they would live to see the next day. To make ends meet, he had no choice but to accept Gertrude's suggestion and become a spectacle for the nobles in the music hall left behind by the Witch King, like some kind of rare animal. Life was way too complicated, and he wanted to go back inside his house. At all those times, it was always music that kept him from running. He has more than music, but it is with just music that expresses everything about it. God, your performance is too weak. But don't worry about me, you don't have that right. This is about your survival, not mine. Do not even think of the virtue of sacrifice yourself. Your sacrifice is also a burden. Scream, vent, and fight for the reward that should have been yours. I understand. Finally he answers, Cerny is a man who resists fate. Is music how he resists his fate then? No, music is his struggle, his song, and his song. He is struggling for his friend who passed away before fulfilling her musical ideals. He is howling for those who cannot speak. He is singing for those who were born into suffering yet still have the joy within their hearts. In that case, he is performing in someone else's stead. No, he knows how his friend was unwilling to die. He walked the streets where those who cannot speak gather, and he brought music to those who are trying to seek joy despite their suffering. Once again he stands in front of that high wall, the Witch King. He knows he can never recount this wall. But this time he stands reminiscent about the joy of discussing music with his dear friend. He remembers the love and respect he received to Ravenglow's residence. He remembers the morning sun he sees at the beginning of each day. So let me get this straight. He's gonna be like, I can't weave these melodies into one, so I'm gonna overpower them with one that has a stronger feeling than the one the Witch King had. And that is why he says, right now I am my own opponent. Mr. Stanley, you're coughing up blood again. He's not listening to me at all. Let's go get some rest, Sevenhounds. But we don't need to be here anymore. What we need to do is rest up and wait for Cerny to finish this new piece. Hibiscus, take care of him. At the very least, I won't let him collapse before me. Now go. Go, you crazy old man. Cerny's enemy is not the Witch King. Even though the Witch King's offense were heinously profuse, even though he disdained that monarch, he is still forced to concede that music itself stands unrelated to good or evil. His opponent is himself at this very moment. He no longer tries to scale the wall so desperately high. He begins to perform. Beneath his feet appears a platform. It brings him up in an unbroken ascent up through the clouds. Still no end to the wound can be seen. He no longer cares. Even though he can feel the turbulent power dash out about his body, and he cannot hold back for the coughs of blood, Hibiscus to the one side is given the illusion. She can almost see Cerny's life lying by in acceleranto. But at the same time, the score he writes rages. Take it all, take everything of him. Today marked the day of Cerny's death, but Cerny's music will never die. And day breaks. It's complete. Such a relief, you're... Bum. The musician strains to lift himself, but his upper body crashes against the piano and he leaves a discordant coda in the shining dawn. At least he wrote his magnum opus. Hopefully. Now imagine it like you play it and it sounds like shit. Okay, let's see Pain. Okay, also I wanna do something. I'm switching you out for Elysium. I feel like I'll need DP for some reason. Change Nern skin. What skin? Huh? Skill. Ah, it's gonna be fine. Like maybe some healing will be quite useful. Like some constant healing, you never know. Break a leg, I'll be cheering for you. But even though I've been practicing for this day, I'm still not that confident. Then there's that prophecy too saying something about ensemble. What if it's me? Come on, you've got this. What's there to be scared of? All those who were afflicted last night have already been treated, so I'm sure they will be fine today. This is actually the first time I've had to sit with so many infected. Hopefully this concert is worth my time. Is er niet here yet? According to the organizer, he was also affected by last night's Originium Slug incident, but he did not cancel his scheduled appearance day. Oh, that's good. Damen and heren, please take your seat. Herr Cerny will be here shortly. You speak the truth, yes. You'd better not wait until after we're inside the home to close the doors and announce that he can't make it. I assure you that would never happen. Herr Cerny is only experiencing a mild seasonal malaise, and will arrive at after home soon. Let's hope so. Pum pum pum. Pum 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 pum. Give me a second. Also, why did you call 34 a nice number, Moni? The sly bastard, I knew the files couldn't have just up and disappeared. I can deal with him later, the files aren't that big of a deal anyway, not when compared to the actual research on the Voice of Terra. Is he going to the concert though? Forget it, he can knock himself out. By the looks of things, espionage is a difficult work. You know why? Actually don't enlighten me. You should probably be worrying about yourself rather than about me, Griffin Strollo. Harboring the Witch King's remain in your own demons and popping up research of the Voice of Terra is a serious crime. Wrong 44, what the fuck is that? By the way, my good spy, how did my father and mother die according to your records? Let's stay on topic. You're closely related to this topic. 15 years ago, your father provided cover for research of the Voice of Terra. Ever found out he was about to spill the beans and the man behind him, but was silenced. And you know, it was the reasonable to assume you'd act on the knowledge. I think I'm trying to cover this up. My views towards my father also changed over time. As a child, I felt like my father was the most terrifying person in the world. His will was absolute and nobody could change his mind. I liked running and jumping about, so my father would lock me up in my room. I liked to talk during mealtime, so my father would take away my dinner and make me talk to the wall for an hour. You're not a degenerate 44 of the internet. If it exists, then there's... Huh? Fuck! So what's room 69 of the internet? Tell me now. If you know the rules of the internet. Later, as I got older, my out towards my father continued to go unabated. I personally saw the way the lesser nobles kissed his feet and the disdain with which he regarded them. Even the Witch King's voice had no choice but to speak softly when they approached the Strollo Spire, a far cry from their overbearing ears while on the ground. That was the rules of House Strollo, our Lainsheer, a Kurfürst, and once the most revered of all houses. But everything changed when the Witch King fell. How would I know? What do you mean you know room 44, so what's room 69? Let me be upfront, you're currently in very bad shape. As a doctor, I should be forbidding you from playing the concert. But it doesn't look like you're trying to stop me. I don't want the music that you've burnt your life away for to die in the dust. Seems like you're finally learning to be flexible. No, but I've come to realize that at times certain goals must be prioritized over others. I often found it ridiculous that my father was stupid enough to embrace the Witch King's throne. He was so eagerly stupid that he didn't even bother concealing his opinions. Under his leadership, the Strollo family quickly lost the support of Kurfürsten. Our house also lost control over two nomadic cities and was forced to retreat from Wiesenheim near the homeland of the Witch King, Urtica. The Graf Strollo, who lorded over Wiesenheim, foolishly believed that he didn't belong there. Your father, discontent with the status quo, began to commune with the remnants of the Witch King. Ha! That's what I thought at the time, but you aren't as naive as I was back then, my dear spy. Your agent should know far better than I. Armstrong was messing around with Witch King's remains since the very beginning, wasn't he? Alright, you still haven't answered my question, but your accounts, how did my brother die? Food poisoning. That is the official report and our conclusion. Food poisoning. Alright then, tell me this, just how much do you know about my father? In exchange, I can tell you how my brother really died. We don't actually use the term Witch King's remains because it's so vague. Some of the bastards who invoke the Witch King do so because they worship his power, while others covet the political capital gained during his reign. Oh, hi, Stray. Oh, you're on this stage. Like, is it tough? I'm about to embark on it, and I hopefully will beat it before 3 AM today. Some of the bastards who... Oh, I did read that. Your father was undoubtedly the later. And behind the second group is an extensive sprawling net. Your father was just one small branch of it. Also, I hope you don't forget, Grafin Strongbow, that this is an interrogation, not a negotiation. The only reason I'm answering any of your questions is because we're unable to determine your parents' cause of death. Look, it's Retzerny and the doctor. Retzerny, are you alright? I'm fine. We heard you were going to perform an all-new piece today. That's right. Even though not everyone will get to hear it because of the concert hall's limited seating, I will come back and perform forever and again. Now that sounds like a lie, let's hope it's not. That's great news. Don't push yourself, Retzerny. Oh, cute. The road from Cerny's house to the afternoon hall is not long, but the man's steps are extremely sluggish. Hibiscus isn't sure if he can even play the piano in the state. Oripuffy is around the sea is not some ethereal brain, work, ethereal thing that can be defeated through willpower alone. But at this moment she chooses to place her faith in the musician's willpower. Hibiscus and feels Cerny is exerting every fiber of his being just to stay upright. All she can do is support him, keeping him from losing his balance under his exertion. The rest is his battle alone. I've got it. I've got it, the name for the new piece. And call it. Hold on. What's the matter? Shouldn't those two be the first one to know? Ha! You've got a point. That's a long introductionary for the final stage. My good spy, I have come here and behold the great hero of the Afterglow, our illustrious composer, Hertzerny. I don't know how long you've been hiding in Wiesenheim, but even you must be quite familiar with him. It's really something. It's sitting like this, run by a house like yours, could produce such an outstanding musician. You seem to have a high regard for Hertzerny. It makes sense. Who could dislike a pure-spirited musician? Even I've always liked him. Oh, but don't get the wrong idea. It's not that kind of like. And even if it was, it never worked out between us. Certainly you'd heard about the story about him and his old friend. I'm quite thankful that a woman named Gertrude is nowhere to be found in that story. Give me a break. You should already know the one who brought his music and his story to the world was me. Without me, he would have died in the ditch somewhere long ago. So you used the infected maestro born in the infected ghetto trope as a gimmick and had him dance like a jester for the nobles who deigned to descend here. It seemed the city is nearer to and dearer to your heart than I imagined, my good spy. To be honest, my original plan was hardly this compassionate. For the sake of reviving those who struggle, what is the dignity of a single musician? However, as a Ruthenian noble, music was a compulsory part of my upbringing. I must admit that even I have been awestruck by his music. Listen, the performance has already begun. The difference between these performances and his is like heaven and earth. You've been avoiding the question for some time now. What are you trying to accomplish? Oh my, would you look at that? I just can't shut my mouth when it comes to Cerny. Everyone around me thinks I hate him, and everyone around him knows that he hates me. The unfortunate misunderstanding had robbed me of a conversation partner. But let's not talk about me anymore, back to my brother. The topic really isn't that interesting at Cerny, though. but it's only natural for his death to remain a mystery to you. It was my work after all. What? That was kind of obvious though. She took the title for herself. Oh, look at him. Phew. How are you feeling? I think we've pretty much been sick with each other. Even though he composed this piece for the two of us, it clearly has style all over it. I don't think it's inferior to Modern Albert in any way. And he only spent a single night on this. What an incredible man! Composing is the release of a long build-up. I think he simply found the right opportunity for it. What are you staring at? I had no idea you knew how to give a compliment. It's not as if I've ever downplayed his musical accomplishments. My only hope is that he will make it to the concert. He'll be here. Composing a piece of music is only the first step, only though turning the score into actual music and the piece truly be completed. News has already gotten out that he'll be changing the finale. He's not going to give up now. I hope so. Alright, Evanholz, do you think this suit looks good on me? I've never worn anything this expensive before, so I don't know if I might have messed something up. It looks very good. Thank goodness. Oh, there's one other thing. Why are you so unusually chatty today? Is that to say I have normal level of chatty under normal circumstances? Yes, something like that. Just deal with it then. Who knows, this might be the last time we ever play together. Why would you think that? Why wouldn't I? After this is over, you'll return to being Grafortica and I will continue to wonder. Even though our meeting was somewhat engineered by the Griffin, it was still just a coincidence at first, wasn't it? But we're friends now. I know that's what you were going to say. Right. Sometimes even friends have to go their separate ways. Maybe this time we won't see each other for a long time. But you remembered what I said. We can always give gifts to each other. Bye. To remember each other by. I'll give you one of my dice then. Aren't those your weapons? Do you still work? Do they still work if you're missing one? To be honest, I'm not entirely sure. Mustn't worry about it then. I think a coin with a holder going back for the first chapter. I think a coin with a holder not for it works best. Just like I said before. What about you then? What are you going to give me? I'm still thinking. Take your time, as long as things go well today, that's something we'll have plenty of. Let it be a tweet 20 points. Right, we still have plenty of time. What's she planning? Enough of your joke, Gertrude Strongo. Do you have any idea what you just said? I said I was the one to kill my brother. You've gone mad. Mad? No, think about it carefully, my good spy. Your once exalted father falls for grace, funding some shady research at secret. He tries to blow hot and cold. His plans are exposed and ultimately meets an untimely end. Afterwards, your brother is groomed by them, terrified into obedience. But he's too incompetent. He can't do a single thing right. He slips up once and almost exposes the one pulling his strings. Instead of watching him suffer in torment at the hands of those who always despise him, isn't it better to use him as a stepping stone so you can succeed him? Who are they? Who are the ones pulling his strings? Oh, I would like to know that more than anyone, far more than you, but if you had that information, I would sit down and strike a deal with you here and now. Personing out of nowhere. Let's hope it doesn't die. Ah, it's fine, Looney. You'll just disappear and we'll never hear from you again. I mean, what? I might even go down into the streets myself and hear about how I have information of Hitchkins' remains. Tainted witness, if I recall, this saying has grown quite popular in Colombia. I met no shortage of idiots who thought they could play ball with us, Graffinstraw. Didn't end one for any of them. As if I'm calling you though, we'll see. Attorney, are you alright? I want to say yes, but that would be a lie. If you really can't handle it then. Evanholz, don't forget whose decision this whole thing was. If that's what you want then I'll give it my own. The two of us have already mastered this piece you wrote. If you, the composer, can't perform on part 2 to help problems, then that's entirely on you. Well spoken, the melody is already etched into my head. All you two have to do is follow me. You talk a big game. Alright, now that Mr. Cerny is here, let's hurry up and get ready to go on stage. It'll take much more than that to make you disappear, I'm sure about that. Whether for our own sake or for our audience, we've all got to put our best foot forward. Right, it's just me, or do you seem unusually excited today? Do I? That might be because, for the first time, I'm experiencing what it means to be alive. I don't get you at all. At least one of those hammers. What do you mean? How many are there? How many have you seen? I can't have you be alive and keep and like know about the secrets of my hammers. I guess it was nice knowing you. Like I can't let anyone know of the final four. Okay, give me a second. I actually need to drink something. I've been speaking non-stop for the last 2 hours now. Like wow. Not good for the throat. There's Cerny, you're up. Right, there's one more thing, Herr Cerny. What is this piece called? You still haven't given it a name. I came up with it on the way here. I will name it Licht und Schatten. Light and Shadow. Light and Shadow, why? Shame, I don't have more of that cultured milk. Well, you always know where to get more of it though. I mean, what? Next up, Cerny Ebenholz, and Kreider will ferry you away to tonight's finale. As you may already know, this piece is Cerny's new composition debuting tonight for the very first time. The title is Trio for flute, cello, and piano in B-flat minor, Licht und Schatten. You had to be, wait, which one is L38? Or is it LE8? No higher levels. Okay, let's see. The three bow to the audience and the concert goers and the goers in the auditorium respond with warm applause. Oh, look at them. The music begins. After just a few short measures, the entire audience from the auditorium to the balcony sits up straight in their seats, those who previously were expressions of expectations and suspicions alike. No whispers, no cough, not even the sound of clothes rubbing together. Not a single song wishes to disturb this fleeting, unadulterated beauty. Small beads of sweat begin to emerge from Cerny's forehead, but this does not indicate any problems with the trio outside of their music, it's just that the power he is required to guide and control is too precise. They began their performance. Cerny, I just knew you wouldn't disappoint me, you'll find a way to help them. Listen, this new piece, how could the audience possibly comprehend that this opening came straight from the Witch King? Of course they cannot comprehend because this piece already belongs to you. Ah, this melody, it all makes sense now. You intend to rip the voice actor out of both of them. Bong. However, what will you do after that? Are you going to become the new vessel? In being aside, Gertrude has gone completely insane. She mumbles herself in the direction of the concert hall as if conversing with a dear friend. My dear spy, would you like to hear my performance? Gertrude seems to be addressing Beagler, but is also muttering to herself at the same time as she shakes. She walks towards the harp sitting in the corner of the room. Is she gonna add her own, I think? My patience is running out, graphing slow. I bought this house for a reason. It sits outside Afterglow, but you can still hear the music coming from the concert hall clearly. A wonderful location, isn't it? Oh, she's gonna try to spin the melody. Oh, I see it. I love listening to music that passes through here. This way, he doesn't have to see me and I don't have to see him. She begins to play as she speaks. Griffin Stroh, the arts units in this building have already been disassembled. And even if they weren't, don't think your arts will work on me. Men is easily swayed by music not make good spies. I only want to play the harp, my good spy. Cerny hates me. He hates me for treating music with purity. He hates me for using it as a tool. I once sought to defend myself and explain it away, but I later came to realize I might actually be exactly the woman he says I am. Even if he carved my heart out, I will never be able to treat music with purity. Tell me, how could one who has committed part3 side, a woman who, for 10 years, has been hell-bent on exacting revenge on those puppet masters, possibly achieve anything close to purity. As much as Beacon doesn't want to admit it, Gertrude's performance is excellent, not at all pale in comparison to the echoes drifting from beyond the window. Without a doubt, this is the level of all outstanding Ruthenian nobles should aspire to, but the words that came out of Gertrude's mouth make him shudder. Wait, revenge? You're a clever man, you should have guessed that. My tragic failure last night was not the result of impetuousness. But you don't know what I'm hiding. You believe I've exhausted my plans, which is the only reason you're here chatting with me. Truth is, I do want to buy time, but some words have been festering in my head for far too long, which is why I can't help but ramble on. I do hope you pardon my rudeness. Furthermore, I must apologize for you. That you'll be dying here with me. The fuck? What the hell are you doing? It truly is an eye-opening piece of music. Or so it was at the beginning. Just as the term implies, the music waves and shattered illusion from the very beginning makes one heart sink to the bottom of the valley as the dark clouds are blotting out the sun. However, the tune changes almost immediately, the sonorous cello uplifting the flute's clarity with the piano behind above to bark through the layers of gloom, singing a paean to the joy of glimpsing the light of day. Oh, light, this is a singular thought in everyone's head. They immediately understand the licht in licht and Schatten. They begin to look forward to the Schatten. However, the feeling of unease begin to set out in some members of the audience because they see the expressions of suffering creep across the faces of three performers, as if something is gnawing away from them from within. Beautiful. An exemplary musician devoting his life. Is this the puppet master for fighting the power left behind by the Witch King? Or is this one of the, Empress's voice? Just as he is about to pull the doomed battle back to stalemate, he loses not to the Witch King or to himself, but to the obsession of an old acquaintance. Hey, what are you going on about? We need conceptuals for this, why? To hear the harp's voice. A harp? Why would there be a harp? Isn't it supposed to be a trio? Listen to the sound coming from that small building in the distance. The shrill laughter erupting from the depths of despair is equally beautiful. Yet she did appear earlier. As for you, my former student, while I was teaching you to speak using the violin, I heard the motive of your fate. What a cruel melody it was, but I never expected you could develop it into such brilliant opus. I salute all of you people I may or may not know. I shall listen, for that is the only way I know to pay my respects. I was the one who restarted the Voice of Terra program, my good spy. You alone. First the Voice of Terra is kingly rare, and after that ordeal you ultimately took control of two of them. Second, past research. It's already 1 AM, jeez. Past research has proven that an individual who isn't blood related to Witch King cannot possibly withstand the type of experimentation. In other words, even after your people tore apart the plan, it was completely abandoned, merely shelved. In the end, the Voice of Terra program originates from the worship of Witch King, but how many are there who, from the depth of their hearts, can truly worship fear itself? They only wanted a weapon to overthrow the Twin Empresses, just as the Twin Empresses overthrew the Witch King. As for me, after I realized that my brother's incompetence would bring ruin to our entire house, I had no choice but to act. Nevertheless, I still never found a way to show my values to those shadowy worshippers. Music, arts, money, authority, even my body, nothing worked. Finally, I found these dust-covered planes in a pile of my father's own writing. The reboot of the program brought a fresh breath of opportunity for me. They began to think that I might amount to something. But what they didn't know is I already had enough. I don't want to be at their beck and calling anymore. So, I set their plan into motion, not for the sake of overthrowing anyone, unfortunately. I just wanted them to get a taste of what it feels to suffer. I sucked up to them and invited them to come appreciate the fruits of my research. If you go and take a walk at the concert hall now, you might find proof of some things you've long suspected. Everything from the human information facility to the server and the sphere of the Voice of Terra program. Did you deliberately allow me and everyone to find them? Those were only meant for the eyes of you spies. I never expected Rafortica to go looking for your people. You tipped your hand to keep them from discovering what you had really done to the concert hall. Of course, the amplifiers are nothing more than a small distraction. With those amplifiers, all of Africa would have been made to suffer. With the amplifiers dismantled, Africa is indeed spared, but the same cannot be said for those inside the concert hall. Their modeling of the concept had begun after my research in the Voice of Terra had progressed to the next phase. Cerny is trying to use his own composition to draw the Voice of Terra out of voice. But what I'm trying to do is much simpler. The moment they try to pull out the voice, they realize that nothing is in their control. I have tampered with the melody of the resonance of the Voice of Terra. Anyone who tries to become a new vessel, regardless of who it might be, will have to endure trauma and chaos 100 times greater. The voice, unable to find a suitable vessel, will collapse into an all-consuming void within the concert hall built by the Witch King himself, swallowing everyone within. It would be funny, like, you know what I like, but I don't think they're gonna pull that in stories like these. What I would like for them is to have like an even greater evil there behind like everyone. Like imagine the lady like Angel, I didn't see what she was. Now imagine she was like something akin to the Twin Empresses. Like something with strong witchcraft. And the voice, like after it was released, was like, okay, I see a suitable host. And it goes to her and just gets devoured nonchalantly. She's like, get away, like remnant of the own past. Like, how dare you try to bother me? I always like there being something more, like in the background, something else, something stronger, something more sinister. Of course, I'm part of this performance, and I equally have no hope of to escape. As for you, my unfortunate spy, if you don't take the chance to escape, then you can only bellman your real fortune. What a fierce look you have in your eyes. I know what you want to do. But my apologies, I can no longer extricate myself from this song. Killing me would be no different from killing the 3 men on the stage. All it'll do is bring about those deaths a little faster. You didn't read the story, you fucker. Cherry desperately wants to stop the performers, but he cannot do it. The moment he begins to reel in the Voice of Terra, he feels a single strand of abnormality, but in that solitary moment it is already too late. The concert hall begins to absorb and reflect their performance like a massive arts unit, resonance to resonance. Immediately realized the Gertrude's alterations were far greater than just some simple amplifiers. The concert hall itself has become a weapon. Why did you do that, Gertrude? Cerny, if you continue on like this... Don't stop! The Voice of Terra is already destabilized due to the interference of the concert hall. If it stops now, not only will both of you, but everyone in the venue will die along with you when Voice rampages out of control after losing its vessel. But they all know that this piece begins with Evanhol's Voice of Terra and ends with Krydes. Even if they don't stop, Krydes' voice will be pulled from his body by the piece's conclusion, and inevitable will still transpire. It is at an end. Is it though? There's an atmosphere of uneasiness, and they're holding back on their arts. What in places is going on? Excuse me! You're the one for who's silent. Hurry and start the vacuum to the concert hall. Huh? Something's bad's about to happen. If you don't hurry, it's going to be a disaster. Is it a product of Gertrude's research? Fascinating. What do you think about this? Not bad for a minor graphene as far as I'm concerned. Let's have her pay us a visit afterwards. Indeed. Jesus Christ, can we get to the fight? Are you sure that they'd use the concert hall today? My good spy, I'm mistaken about one thing. I can't say for sure what is about to unfold. What I can say for sure is as long as they're still in that concert hall trying to save Kryde, then I've won. Kryde sees my final bargaining chip. If they can somehow resolve that, then I've lost. This is the situation. What the hell is this? This plan can hardly even be called a plan. That's because my plan was a failure from the very beginning. You think I'm sitting here chatting with you because I have an elaborate backup plan? How would that make any sense? If not for Cerny's willingness to cooperate with me, if not for the fact that even fate, which would I even bet on this method? Cerny will never realize how fortunate he is that he was born with enough talent to be recognized, that I was willing to provide him a stage. All he had to do was be a little nicer to me, and I would have elevated his music to the loftiest heights, perhaps even before their majesties. But he refused to do even that, and that Graf Ortica himself was sitting on display in his demise as if a bit ridicule and insult is the greatest humiliation one can suffer in life. But look at me, I've endured the manipulation of a puppet master of the city for 15 years, 15 long years. If I can't produce results, I will be silenced. By what right are they allowed to live while I'm not? I don't care about the Witch King, I don't care about the Twin Empresses, I've only ever wanted to survive. From the beginning, all I wanted was to live on. Wow. Sheesh. After coming to Wiesenheim, Eberhard settled on a few more things he wanted to do. He wanted to spend a bit more time walking around the Dachau, taking in the sights of the vibrant district. He wanted to perform a few more instruments for the first time experiencing the charm of music. He wanted to apologize to Cerny to tell him how much strength his music had brought him. He wanted Cerny to become his foreign music teacher, should he be willing. He wanted to spend more time with Kreide. He didn't know what he wanted to do with that time. Maybe chat, maybe argue, maybe in fight. He didn't know what he wanted to do with the time, but he wanted a little more of it. But had he never come to the city, had he never accepted Gertrude's invitation, none of it would have ever happened. It is his shallowness that has caused things to deteriorate to this extent. He knows how to break free from this dead end, and he's determined to do it. Frankly, had certainly not devised a new plan, he might have even wanted to carry out Gertrude's plan. But hypothetically, if the past him had wanted to do this, it would have only been to lessen the weight of sin within his heart. Now, however, he will say that this is not for atonement. He shoots a glance at Cerny and at Kreide. One, an eminent maestro, the other, his dear new friend. He thinks to himself they deserve to live much more than he does. What he doesn't realize is that the moment he opened himself up completely to music, he was no longer able to hide his emotions. Evan, don't do anything stupid. How much text is there? Paragraph 40, here. You are this piece's beginning. Even if first we reverse this piece and incorporate it in your own mind, how will you deal with the dissonance and contradiction? Strak onto your dying breath. One by one, they all want to flee their face, but now, and why? How and why? Okay, let me just get rid of something right quick. Oh! For 15 years I lived in their shadows, but at long last, I won. Also, give me a second. Hey, yo. Give me like a second. Where? Oh! How? What? Like for real? That's even my ancient channel picture. What the fuck? Okay, that's funny, yeah. That's funny. Okay, interesting. For 15 years I lived in their shadow, but at long last, I won. I won. Fate is on my side. None of you will escape, not a single one. What happened? Something on Discord, like, don't, I'll tell you later. It's a funny thing. How unsightly, then musicians seem to be fighting against the very music they play. Did Gertrude also arrange this? This, I'm not so sure. Situation seems to have arisen during this performance. Please exit the auditorium. Once again, please exit the auditorium. Ah, the MC just asked the audience to leave. Look. Shut him up. Indeed. What are you doing? Just shutting up an infected. Do you have any idea what's going on? All I know is that if you don't shut up as well, you're going to end up the same way. Hey yo, don't threaten my girl Hibiscus like that, bitch. Don't do it! Even if I can only buy you a little more time. Should you ask Kreide whether he wants to break free of his own life? His answer would surely be yes. His grandpa told him that his body was extremely special and something he gradually discovered himself. The people around him would start to suffer, and those he treated with kindness would leave him in the end, so he started to distance himself from them. But he doesn't find it a terrible existence. The first thing he learned during his long life of vagrancy was that cursing fate doesn't make life any better. He can only find the meaning of his life from the few things he can do in the moment. and now he realized that it is his cue. No life is worth more than any other, but he has made friends and received camaraderie. He feels fulfilled. The sunlight shines warmly outside. It is good day to die. Fuck off! He reminded me of of Outcast with that sentence, like it's a good day to die. Fuck off! What? The cello! Kreide, what is he doing? Kreide, not you too! Hertzemi, how could the music you poured in life into be trampled like this? Besides, I am the end of the piece. It's only fitting that I do this, right? Do you have any idea what you're doing? Evan Holmes, don't stop. Just keep matching my rhythm. But then let's put the finishing touches on our final performance together, okay? Trust me, Evan Holmes, Herzerni, I'll take care of this. I believe in you. The piece has gone back to normal? No, something's wrong. My hair, something isn't quite right with this infected woman. Look here. Forget it. Why bother with a common infected? The appreciation of music should come first. I said everything's back to normal now. Seems like what happened before was just shock value for the show. I assume she wanted to demonstrate the difficulty of controlling the voice of Terra for the purpose of increasing her own value. Ah, you're right, maybe she's not half bad after all. Not only did she prepare such an interesting technique for us, she even treated us to an elegant piece of music. Can we please get to the stage? I'm kinda getting desperate here. The juxtaposition of light and shadow is vividly reflected in the trio of flute, cello, and piano. Finally, the piece approaches its coda with the ensemble of cello and piano. Listeners strain their ears, expecting to hear the whispers of the cold night, the embrace of darkness, the call of the abyss, but they are greeted with a long, drawn-out sigh from the void. Oh, it faded into nothingness. After what seemed like an eternity, applause finally breaks out across the audience that gradually swells with enthusiasm. But before the applause can sweep across the venue, it crashes against the dissonance and horrified screams. It's over. Kreide, you've done it. But Kreide is silent. No, there's still something I have to do. Kreide, what happened? What's happening to you? Your body. Oh, I see disintegrating. Eek! Ew. Darling, you don't look so good. Evan Holmes, let's go outside. Like, you look more like a sarcasm devil than they do. Cerny, please take hibiscus and evacuate the audience. Have them get as far away from here as they can. You. Carry your body! I'm sorry, Cerny, Fräulein Hibiscus. There's so much I want to say to you, but it seems now it's not the time. Take me there, Ebenholz, while I can still control myself. The melody in my head is getting louder and louder. The two melodies are tugging inside my head. Hurry, Ebenholz, take me outside. The concert hall is amplifying both melodies at once. I can't hold on for much longer. I know. Ebenholz, I'll take care of Kreide. What? I said, I'll take care of Kreide. Hibiscus, go with Hertherny and evacuate the crowd. Oh, I guess we are going in. Oh. Upon witnessing the metamorphosis taking place on stage, the people in the auditorium begin to flee. Panicked screams from one after another, and Hibiscus' certainly shouts can be heard among them. However, on Ebenholz's ears, everything is blurred into a white noise. His eyes fixated on the plaza outside the concert hall. You were planning to do this entire time, weren't you? Where is the thought? I just did it on a hunch. A hunch? When I said you were being unusually easygoing today, it was all because of a hunch. No, I truly am glad that I got to perform with you in Hertzerny. This is the happiest I've been my entire life. Then why do you go and pull a stunt like that? You're fucked. Let's see. Maybe not. Then there are still so many happy things waiting for you. But if I didn't, then either you or Hertzerny would have done it, right? So that means it somehow falls upon you. You've never had a single good day of your entire life, whereas I'm the only one who's had enough living since a long time ago. I should have been me. Sorry, Ebonholz. Why are you apologizing? What do you have to be sorry for? The way I look now must be truly hideous, right? I've torn up the clothes you had made for me, haven't I? Those nice, expensive clothes. Don't worry about that. I'll buy as many suits as you want. I'm sorry. You liar. I'm furious with you now, Kreide. I'm really, really mad. Kreide is too weak to lift his head, but he can hear Ebonholz sobbing. Let's go kill him with your own hands. It has to happen. What's going on? What the hell just happened? No idea, but Herr Cerny said the concert's on hold, and the hibiscus room was just for urging us to evacuate. It'll be fine though, nothing's going to happen to us. But the sky suddenly went dark. Do you think some disaster might actually be coming? Think about the prophecy said. Fates finally assemble. Don't worry, it'll be fine. The prophecy also called hibiscus a fiend. It's starting to rain? See, there's nothing to be scared of, it's just a bit of rain. Run. Give me a second. What did I want to say? We're here. Feel any better? I don't think so. I only managed to forcibly suppress the sensation. What do I need to do now? Hurry and tell me. I want to ask for a few questions. Go ahead, ask me anything you want. Ebonholz, do you think that your fate is tragic? Is my fate tragic? I used to think so, but after I met you I realized that the past me was just crying bloody murder for nothing. Over nothing. That's not your fault. They shackled you, stole your freedom, blindfolded your eyes and plugged your ears. That's not your fault. Then do you think my fate is tragic? The first time I heard your life story, I really did come to a huge shock to me. But I've gradually learned that your life isn't tragic, in fact it seems fulfilling. That's great to hear. Kreide, I can't hold it back any longer, but let me finish, Ebonholz. The voice of there has complete melodies for surrounding my head. And the Witch King's residual power howls from within me. Cruel thoughts are tearing at my chest, forcing me to bow down to fate. They're forcing me just to say that our stories were painful, our union was fortunate, and that our fates are tragic. But Ebonholz, I will rebuke them. You understand, Ebonholz? I won't deny that the voice of Ceres caused and untold suffering. I won't deny that your life was a graph filled with humiliation, scored was a misfortune. I won't deny that my experiences living an unstable life of wandering have been tragic. But I will always deny the suggestion that my life is denied by those words. My grandpa carried a burden like me around for over 10 years during those years. I lived in abject poverty, denied a relationship with anyone but grandpa. But as long as I give kindness to others, I can feel their kindness in return. I even met a teacher who was willing to teach me how to play a cello. Most importantly, after more than 10 years, I met you again. Ebonholz, don't ever forget, we are both subjects of a cruel and inhumane experiment, and we survived. When we feel like crossing our own fates, we cannot afford to forget that. We met each other again, became friends again, and delivered a perfect performance on stage together. Are we not lucky? We've already been blessed, actually. Is there anyone out there luckier than us? No, and there never will be. Understand. I get it. No, you still don't get it. Kreide's voice is already laced with a deep rumbling, the growl of a monster. But to Ebonholz, even those words are gentle, like words of advice for an older brother to his younger sibling before a long trip. If you really get it, then please don't weep for me, Ebonholz, my dearest brother. We're supposed to die together here to bury everyone in the entire concert hall along with us. But before it, to others, this resistance might seem insignificant, but it was a chance for us to give everything for each other. This was a sacrifice that both of us were willing to make. It just happened to be me who did it in the end, that's all. What a wonderful opportunity to give everything to each other, asking nothing in return. We walked the path of rebellion against fate, just like Herr Cerny did when he poured his life into composing this piece for us. So stand up and hold your head high, Ebonholz. There's still one last thing for you to do, and that is to use everything you have to defeat me, to keep me from destroying everything here. Do you understand? I do. I really like that look in your eyes. Kreide unsteadily shambles to the center of the plaza. With each step he takes, Reginium crystals wrap around his body, his flesh and blood beginning to churn. A strange melody lingers over the plaza. The crystals rapidly envelop Kreide's body, transforming into armor, transforming into instruments. In a heartbeat, the being once known as Kreide is swallowed up, and his place stands a monstrosity. Anyone who sees the monster has three words flash into their mind. Washington, the Witch King. Oh, it's like that bitch on the unicycle. What's he called? The one with the constant melody. We stand at a critical juncture, my exalted damen and herren, my dear infected brothers and sisters, and you too, Ebenholz. Hearken, listen well to my final piece. Castigate me, lament for me, cry for me, sing for me, because today I shall die and you will be reborn. Okay, let's cry. Like, he looks nice though. Okay, here we go, here we go. Let me scream in pain. Let's see what's gonna happen. Where are things going? Oh, wait a moment. Give me a second. If I divert... Okay, I see how to make the thing. For now, let's have you here. So I have you here. Oh, they hurt quite a bit. Ooh, you are gonna die. I'll have to restart this already. Fuck. This is quite bad. Or what I could have done was this as well. Wait, there were two options all along. Okay, there were two options all along. I didn't see them though, because I'm a fucking idiot. Yes, I'm a fucking idiot. I see them now though. Okay. Let's have you here. And you are being an annoyance. Fuck. Okay. So, how about we have... How am I gonna do this though? Okay. Oh, also, you hurt my count. Let me think, how do I do this? Where is he gonna spawn first and foremost? Oh, I didn't see that. Okay, let's redo that. I was debating how to do this. Luna, like, suck my dick with that statement already. Like, that's annoying. Like, shut up. I tried to look him up like earlier, but I'd have to do the tutorial again, which I can't be fucking bothered to. So like, deal with it. We are doing it this way. And that's about it. Also, I could have done this. Why didn't I do that? There we go. Okay. Wait. It's right. Okay. I know this is gonna be bad. Okay. Fuck's sake, she hurts. Fuck's sake, they hurt. Okay. Okay, there we go. Oh, the run. Oh, he still reaches, that sucks. Oh, that's such bad luck though. It's not like I need. If I don't deal any damage to him, ooh, brother. Okay, let me get rid of you and have you here also. Get rid of you for now. Okay. Okay, also by healing. Jesus Christ, I hate you. Okay. Okay. What's the boss gonna do? Where are they even passing on anymore? Okay, there we go. Did they pass to the right again? Okay, I'm gonna get rid of you, get rid of you. Have monster weight right here, have you right here. Ooh, that was close again, god damn it. Fuck's sake, this is gonna hurt. Oh, this is gonna hurt. Hey. Hey. There we go. Eat. What are the, I'm afraid. I'm afraid. What's going on? What's going on here? What's going on here? I'm a little afraid here. There he is. Focus on healing. What a big bomb! Do I have to kill him like way before this, or what's going on here? Okay, that sucks. Oof, don't... Oh, fuck off! Ah, okay, that's a GG, don't pass. Okay, let's retry. Oh, you haven't done any story cookies, sheesh. Okay, so I have to kill it faster. Now I know where it spawns though. Now I know where it spawns though. That makes things a little easier. Also, how do we deal with the casters again? I hate them. I'll find a way. Okay. Okay, that's fine. Sure, let's have you like this. Okay. Okay, this changes things though. I'm gonna have to have her here. Okay. What happened there? Like, I hate those fuckers quite a bit. Hey. Okay, so... Oh yeah, I forgot like monster is gonna be prioritized. I always forget that for some reason. Oh, and yeah, he can stand. Oh. Wow, that deals like 0 damage. Okay, I'll have to redo that because monster is the only one like dealing him quite a bit of damage. Okay, let's see. And I recommend that if you say that one more time, there's gonna be dire consequences to it. Just let me have my fun. Okay, that's gonna be like annoying to balance though. Okay, I need a healing on the right though. Okay, but that's fine with me. Have that there. Can I have the thing somehow? Do I have anything to place there that's not that important to me? No, I don't, sadly. Wow. Okay. Okay, we are fine. Hey, don't get cancelled, I kinda need her. Okay. 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 Oh, I kind of messed that up. It's fine though. Oh, like literally not no damage. Wow. Okay, the thing, the other part is a little concerning though. Let me try to. Hey yo, why the fuck is it using so much of my CPU? Stacks like jumped there for no reason. Maybe I should have gotten Schwarz into just. Oh, come on. Okay. 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 Oh wait, nothing reaches you for you to be healed. Oh, this is bad. Very, very bad. Can I? Okay. Ooh, I'm afraid of that. I can't reach. Oh, you are so deadling, yes. I couldn't do much there. Like at all. Yeesh. I don't have any more ground units. A fast redeploy would do wonders here. Okay, I need a fast redeploy. Also, what's pulling so much of my CPU? That's weird. Can't be just flow stacks. Ah. Also don't take that much DP. I guess for the early on it's quite good. Okay, the heal is nice, so never mind that. I'm not changing that, okay? I'm not getting any use out of you, I'll be perfectly honest. You. Also, I'm gonna switch you for lava for now. Just for now, though. So didn't get any use out of Excusey either, so. Oof. Yeah, let's go. Okay. Okay, give me a second. This is gonna fuck me along, but I have an idea. Okay, let's see. Okay, this. Nope, I made a little mistake. Okay. Twoosh. Okay, she's gonna die, isn't she? Okay. Okay, like I'm trying stuff out. Okay, just heal for now. I forget the max again with the CPU. Wow, the max number of usages. Oh, but they interfere with each other. I see. Oh, that's a little bad. Oh, that's bad. They interfere with each other. Okay, that's not gonna work. Hey. Hey. Okay. What a pain in the buttocks. You're so dead if you don't heal yourself. You're still dead. Yep. Okay, now they're gonna pass here. There's not much I can do there though. Okay. Okay, all of them in the rear are now getting brand right. Yeah, I did notice that. Okay. Hmm. Okay. Yep. Actually, I have to give it time. Okay, thank you for focusing monster, like actually. Okay. Right. Okay, just heal yourselves, please. Fuck off. And one is gonna pass. I hate my life right now. Suck my dick. I hate you. One pass. God damn it. Okay, go big boy, kill him. Fuck him up. Okay, 3 fucking tries. Not bad. I'm mad that like the trash mob pass, it wasn't even the boss. That's unfortunate. And someone's like, read the mechanics, like, fuck off, I'd rather experience them and learn more through those two than I would have, like, remembered if I read it once. There we go, stupid foolish boy. You didn't have to do this. Why would you go so far for a worm that owes you so— You're alive! Oh, I thought the grandpa kicked the bucket. Sir? You must leave now. Regime activity is rising rapidly in this area. I want to see my grandson one last time. And I only don't further hibiscus. Distract him. Kreide? Grandpa's here. You. Kreide, my boy. Vent whatever anger you have on me. Come to me before you do any more harm. I've deceived you for so many years. I thought about dying for your sake, but I never thought you would come to an end like this. If your choice is to let the others live, why not let me come with you in my last days? Let me join you on your final journey, my boy. Oh, school starts for you in 2 days. Like, how unlucky are you? Like, I still have holidays for, technically 10 more days. Wow. Wait a second. Yeah, that's the thing. I can chill. Now I kinda wanna ban you just for the loans. just so I can have my fun with it. The crystalline monster no longer understands the old man's words. The flash of lucidity was a fleeting miracle. All the monster can think about now is dragging everything around it into emptiness, dancing to his cello's tune. The monster follows the sound, playing a song of death. Sir? I was a bit agitated. No shit, Sherlock. Because I think I told you, like, I don't like being told what to do. I'm gonna do things my way. Did it work? Yes, it did. The only thing that leaked, one trash mob, and that was because I didn't see it in time. So, like, God forbid. I usually am much more strict with that, though. Like, if it was anybody else, I would have just outright banned you and be done with it. I hate anything, it's someone telling me what to do. Young lady, why did you... I'll hold down the fort here, Ebenholz, now! And poor Onkruiden. Oh yeah, how's she gonna react? Her plans got fucked. How? Friendship, dedication, sacrifice, such challenge ideals should have been shattered upon contact with reality. How? It's not over yet. Kruiden may forcibly assimilated two vessels of the voice of Terra, but he could not overcome the disorder and madness of their amalgamation. Kruiden's melody has faded, but Eberhol's voice lingers. And gets stabbed from behind. Ugh. Did he kill her outright? Enough, Grafin Stromlo. Or did he just incapacity? Or did he just incapacity? He straight killed her? Gertrude's limp hands drops from the strings. Beelevery draws his dagger from Gertrude's back, the blood stains his clothes red. Straight up killed her? The Virginia outer shell cracks and falls apart. The plaza falls silent, the only sound being inert pieces of Virginium shell falling to the ground. Finally, the shell shatters completely, leaving behind Kruiden lying on the ground with his cello. Oh, there is nothing to wait for, darling. He's dead. No, it's dangerous. We school infected palliative services. What good would that? Okay, what kind of stupid suggestion is that? Ugh, that actually hurt my brain. What are you saying? Kruiden won't die. He's kinda dead. You're awake, Kruiden. See, he'll be fine. Oh boy, look at him in the eyes and tell me he's gonna be fine. Ebenholz? I'm here, it's me. Don't bother, I takes a deep breath. I feel so light. It hurts so much, but I feel better now. Yes, you'll get better, yes. Listen carefully, Ebenholz. This is the last time I'll be able to talk to you. Remember my words. Live on, Ebenholz, and walk through the long night. Fight injustice and treat others with generosity and charity. Only by doing so will I live on in your memory. I'll ask you, how did your day go, Ebenholz? And you'll tell me proudly that you had a good and productive day. You'll tell me about the challenges you face while doing good, and complain about how hate is a misery. And it will be okay, because I'll be listening. It's alright to complain a little when you work so hard. Only by doing so will you rise above pain and suffering and find peace in your heart. Remember that we fought together against cruel fate and fought together. When you think of me, laugh, don't cry. Oh, I hate that. That's a little cliche. Like, the worst thing I hear is someone like, this might be... Nah, actually I won't tell the story. I'll tell the story to someone else later. But this reminded me of something that happened to me. And Ebenholz, I'm sorry. I haven't thought about what token to give you. Anything's fine, just don't die, please. Well... kinda too late for that, buddy. Well, they'll find themselves shattered someday, but that day is not today. Friendship, dedication, sacrifice. They may be naive, but someone won't shed a tear for them. What about you, though, Griffin Stromlo? You destroyed your friendship with Cerny by your own hands. You killed your own brother and wolf that is incompetence. You want others to sacrifice for you, but what have you done for them? How much story is there? Gertrude might slip on the ground with only her lips moving slightly. My curse be upon... Again, how cliche, what a way to go, I curse you, bitch. Let's go. The eagle reads Gertrude's lips. May you die in the dark. That's the way I would go, like, I would curse my enemies till the day I die. And even after I die. It'll be like, bitch, don't think you are getting out of this. May the madness of Ebenhol's one line haunt him forever. May the afterglow fall into ruin. May Lefania never tremble in the shadow of the Witch King. May the Witch King never know the peace of death. Pathetic, exactly. And that's why it's so fucking funny and amusing. Maybe I acted out of impulse, but dealing with threats to public safety is also part of my job. Give me a second, I need to clean my mic. It's been 5 hours already. I'll be sure to mention you in my report, Griffin Stromlo. Good night, I hope your dreams don't involve cursing anybody. I think she kinda cursed you already. Your hand's bleeding. Did you get scratched by Reginium crystals? Yes. I guess there's a bit of blood. You need treatment immediately. Treatment? It's Kruiden who needs treatment. Ebenholm, see... Don't say it, Hibiscus, I beg you. Alright. He's infected, Ebenholm. If you don't want palliative services to get involved, please find a room that's isolated for his own sake. I know. The lounge at the concert hall. Alright, I'll take him there. I will. Come, Kruiden, I'll carry you. Ebenholm lifts Kruiden up. The regime crystals flank more wounds on him, but he pays them no heed. He carries his friend even as he feels the body cooling as though embracing a short but sweet dream. Oh, still more. What happened to Cerny? You're almost there, Kruiden. Just a little longer. Ah? Oh, you heard the voice. You're still alive. Nope, you heard the voice. I'll take you to Hibiscus. Lay me to rest in this building. If you return to the afterworld someday, you'll remember that you once had a good friend, with whom you walked and argued here. And at the last, put on a duet to remember. No, you're not Kruiden, you're... Isn't this what you wanted? Shut your mouth, I won't allow you to forget his memory. Kruiden gave his life to cleanse the voice of Terra, but it's still in my head. If anything, it's more clear than ever. I warn you, don't think I'm hesitating to blow my own head off. If you dare imitate him one more time. Ah, my foolish bloodline. Oh wait, so it was the part of the Witch King after all. So their fears were not like without reason. Ebenholm no longer hears a voice. He walks towards the lounge. In the afternoon hall, Kruiden's body growing heavier in his arm with each step. So it is parts of him. That's interesting, okay. We're here. I'll see in the room, lie down on the sofa. It's soft, it feels nice. Sofa soft. You've never slept on one at home. Looks like I've been infected. Ours that once took so much effort now feels so simple. Maybe getting infected isn't bad after all. Oh, if you only knew. That should do it. I'll seal the door from outside. Anything else? A token. Yes, a token. I'll take the cello. Look at me, taking back something I wrote for you. Ebenholm's lips tremble. He stands wordless for a moment before laying his note at Kruiden's side. said he wanted a coin for home, but the only thing I have left is this float. Oh, is he gonna leave the float with him? I'm sorry. So sorry. Oh. Well, it is what it is. He can't. That boy's dead. Okay, give me a second. I have some messages. Come Discord. Ah, that's fine. I can deal with that later. Okay, cute. So this. That's fine. And that's fine as well, lovely. Did someone kick the bot by mistake? What happened? Cookie, you're still here by any chance? What happened on Discord? Also, stream. White on the matter since actually, cause I don't want to offend you or something. No, like it's extremely hard to offend me. Don't worry about that though. Like I only ever got offended twice in my life, and for good reason. But still, don't tell me what to do, cause I'll just do the opposite. Cause whenever I'm told what to do, I'll just do the straight opposite. Cause I love annoying people. Also, yeah, what happened to Discord? Who kicked the bot and then re-added him? Did the bot not play or what? Give me a second, like it was in... What commands? What happened to Pancake? Oh, okay, fair enough. I'm like, what happened to the bot? I just saw like, you know, in the welcome thing, like it shows like when people join. I'm like, what the fuck? Why is Pancake out and then like, okay, so cons again. Thank you for telling me though. Okay, this is the last story stage. Let's read it so I can go to sleep. Let's hope it doesn't take more than 40 minutes though, because if it does, man, it's restarting. Okay, LESD3. Some have but old friends and no old home. But old friends and no old home. Is this all there is? I'm not hiding even a shred of truth from you. The way this was handled was quite a surprise. What should we proceed now? What should we proceed? We don't. This has never had anything to do with you to begin with. All we're doing now is making an adjustment to how the territory in question will be handled. How does it have anything to do with you? Hey, give me a second. Need to clean that. There we go, that's fine. You're right about that, but with how things turned out, those infected won't get to say on that city plate. It'll be difficult to keep them from gossiping about it. And you get to need, even if it's false, I told you, like, if I ever get told anything, first instinct is I'll do the opposite. Why? Because I like to spite people. And also hate being told what to do. And who would believe infected nonsense? Then what shall we do next? What shall we do next? There's no rush. We still have lots to do. Oh, so this is not the end of this. Are you gonna find her dead body? Certainly gonna find it. That's all I have to report for this incident. Oh, who are you, woman? Thank you. Have you located the piece that this cerny man wrote during the incident? The Empress's voice is ready to transcript it at any moment and can personally play it for you in a few hours. No need, I can listen to the recording. Who's this lady? Not bad, I can even hear him crying from the bottom of his heart as he wrote this piece. He's a talented man, too bad he's not quite talented enough. Hey, yo. Who's this lady? So, how did it go? Not bad, I didn't get worse. But I have no clue what you even said the caster did. Well, there's not too many messages. I'm actually trying to find it. When did you... I'll look at it later. Let me like finish this first. Andante said the infection deterioration caused by the incident was unusual. Most infections went into a continuous stable phase. And I'm no exception. It's not going to get worse like again like before, right? And Dante said they look into the phenomenon pretty routinely. Apparently, nearly all the reginium that got activated during the incident has gone into an extended low activity state. In other words, I get to hang around a little longer. Thank goodness. Right, does Dante know what the Herzog is going to do with the afterglow? Well, this is just what she said she had. This is just what she said she heard. But apparently the Empress's voice has requested the Herzog not lay a finger on the afterglow. Oh, thanks heavens, and thanks their Majesty's kindness. If they hit an ally, but I did keep all my units in the laser like as much as I could. And then I got burned by the boss. Because he had that annoying ability that burns everyone in the fucking laser. Keep it down! What should we do from here on out? Oh, shut up. You don't think things have gotten out of hand enough as is? What to do from here on out? Live one day at a time. That's what. I want to live more than a day though. Then you should really keep your mouth shut. Also, that's not the caster you were referring to, though. Like, when you said that, I thought you meant the caster that does the, like, the thing. Who has the same ability? Like, the thing from Under Tides, where it marks one thing and, like, nukes it from the sky. That was for... Yeah, I remember, like, that one caster, like, 2 lanes, and it came, like, from here. Hibiscus, finally I get it now. There are some things that you're better off not knowing anything about. Are things like that okay? Yeah, but like at least after I tried the stage once or twice. Because I do want to experience stuff like for the first time on my own. If I get obliterated, it is what it is. Like that's part of the fun for me though. One reason why I enjoy roguelikes, because like I like hammering my head against a wall over and over again until either the wall breaks or I break. Still haven't had a situation where my head wasn't tough enough, like with enough tries. I guess I'm applied to be transferred somewhere else as soon as I'm done with the follow-up work here. Maybe I'll go to the land ship, that sounds nice. Now those are lies and deception. I see what you're doing behind my back, of course I'm kidding. Don't move. It took a lot of effort just to find you. Do you have anything to say? It was your man who tricked Raiden into coming to Wiesenheim, right? Everything you said was the truth except for the bit about payment. You knew he was in a hurry to make money for my treatment, and you lured him into this mess with that. But you two had nothing against each other. Why did you do it? I told you I'd have to kill you. I don't have much longer to live to begin with. Alright then, seeing as we're own colleagues, I will tell you. Grafin Stroma was already looking for Kraiden, she was very close to finding him. So what? Kraiden was always there by my side, and that practically meant you had full control of him. You read her research notes, you know full well just how terrifying her work of the voice of Terra was. That phrase, which phrase? Oh, if I tell you I'll have to kill you. It's one of the phrases I love using, just because of how cliché it is. Until I got my hands on her notes, all I knew was that she had put a lot of time into researching the subject, but I never knew the true extent of her research. Also, give me like a second. That's so good. If you let her continue working, she might have just been able to do something even more appalling with with the voice of Terra C triggering the inducing resonance at a much greater range. You could have woken up this in the morning and found your grandson transformed into a monster. Would you have wanted that? Rather than letting things come to that, it was better to bring Ryder right to her, put the rush on her, and let her put her mind into motion before she could work on the kinks. So, any more questions? What would you have done if Eberhard hadn't found an amplifier in the afterglow hole? What do you think? However, the afterglow turned out. That's how it would have turned out. Would have turned out myself, okay, my brain's there. No further questions. Come with me then. Not going to kill me? I've got no reason to kill you, and it would have given me yet another thing to weight on my conscience. Come, let's head to my shop for a cup of coffee. We'll talk about those stupid and rubble young men. Must I? What do you think? I almost died. Wow, what a way to go, choking on my own saliva. Oh. Lava? Oh, are we gonna see also the new lava? Oh yeah, okay, I like they're pushing the story forward with the hunters. I love that. Why do you push yourself like that? Anything happened to you? I'd never ever forgive you. David is not finished yet. Yes, old man, read it till the end and then go choke. Fuck you. Huh? Oh, you're talking about what happened in Wiesheim, right? Look, I'm all fine. And who was it who had a standoff with an angry mob who didn't evacuate even knowing that she'd been infected by the voice of Terra? And who fought those people even though she barely learned any arts? I don't remember telling you any of this. I already told to Mr. Cerny. He told me everything. If you wanted to know the ways and whereofs, why didn't you come talk to me directly? I actually visited Mrs. Cerny to ask about my piano teacher in Albania, Mr. Johan. And it was only after we kept talking that I found out you almost... I'm warning you, if something like this happens again, don't you dare push yourself like that. You hear me? You hear me? Alright, don't cry anymore. Look, see, I'm alright. But your infection... Yes, it's got rather severe thanks to the voice of Terra, but it's under control now, so... No, that's not enough. You're always on my case about my health, but you don't care about what happens to you at all. If I lost you, Lava, I promise you I'll look out for myself more, okay? Really? Really? Don't you dare lie to me. Why would I? The doctor gave me quite a long holiday, you know. I'm going to spend this time well and get some quality rest in. I hope like it was me making the decision. Alright now, you said you asked him about Mr. Johan. How is he? Mr. Cerny said he saw Mr. Johan at the gathering a year ago and that he was fine and well. Speaking of, you went all the way to Albania yourself and got a flute for your band. Do you learn how to play while you were there? You mean this? The most I'm doing with it is treating it as a wand. I don't know how to play. Really? Of course, really. You're just being shy, aren't you? Why would I be shy about this? I don't believe you. Play something. Well, alright, here goes. Alright. Ah, cute as fuck. That's the first sound I ever heard in my life. I kinda expected that. Thanks for your concern, Doctor. I'm feeling very well. And I must thank you again for the protection you're offering the Afterglow. If you and Rose Islands had intervened, the Empress's voice would never have lifted a finger from my home. Helping the infected is Rose Island's creed. It's exactly as you said, and I'm starting to appreciate that more and more. I suppose there must be a reason you summoned me here. You asked to be deployed on the front lines, and I have to confirm your intentions. I already written my thoughts in a full on the report. Your condition stable, but your infection serious. Anything can happen in battle. I am prepared. Truth be told, Doctor, when Hibiscus helped me up and woke me to the concert hall, I was already prepared to die. Just like cooking, what do you mean? Ayo? Did I miss something? Even though so much has happened and things turn out nothing like I had imagined, I lived. The feels quite peculiar, and I cannot describe it very well, whether through words or music. I'm not expecting to find how to express this feeling on the battlefield, but I'm thinking that it might prove beneficial if I try to fight for the infected for an entire different way. Understand how you feel. But do wait for your evaluation results. Understand? Speaking of which, Shebenholz is here too, is he? Of course. I haven't seen him at all since the day after we arrived at Rhodes Island. Sometimes I can't help but think that the black-clad Graf Urtica might have actually died. According to Methanian's official reports, he's indeed gone. You're right. Hibiscus is really bad at cooking. Oh! No, she's not bad. Like, if I understood it right, she just makes way too healthy food. Like, not caring about the taste. She's like, if it's healthy, it's good for you. So eat it. It's medicine. What did you expect? For it to taste well? At least that's how it was portrayed in the event, because she cooked for Czerny, Ebenholz, Kreide, and the grandpa and Dandante. And everyone was like, they had a little bit of her food, thinking they wouldn't they would be settled for the day. Everyone went back to their homes and ate again. I just knew the meme part. Well, that's just what I'm telling you what I saw in the event though. I don't know, maybe she's just bad. Well then, I'll take my leave now, Doctor. Speaking of Everholz, it happens the next thing on my agenda has to do with him. You want to see him? Never mind, I don't dare to claim I know how much this incident has affected him. I can only imagine. If there comes a day when he's willing to see me or Hibiscus, we'll talk then. Goodbye, Doctor. I look forward to hearing the music you write on the battlefield. I hope it'll be no less impressive than your past work. Okay, my boy, are you doing well? Doctor, I'm surprised you found me here. Some nice fresh air with all the wind here. Helps the stress? I don't need de-stressing. The more you know, yeah. I digress, I'm a messenger today. Here's a letter for you. A letter? Where is it from? Lithuanian? I have an idea what it is. Hand it over. Need me to stay and open it with you? One of my many services. You're a funny one. I get that a lot. No, I don't. That's a lie. Like, how can you lie to yourself, Doctor? I really can't imagine you in a fight. Are you always a slight hitter when you're out commanding battles? Yes! And that's why everyone important dies. Duh. I wouldn't mind you getting a little less serious when you're off to a field operation. Nah, I guess just laugh. Is this how you always react when you're embarrassed? Okay, that's my cue. See ya. That goes without saying. This is a passport of a Lithuanian citizen, Ebenholz. Kreides and Graf Urtica's death certificates. There's more. A letter. A letter from Humst. It's not signed. An anonymous letter. Just my impression of her. Rhode Island operator Ebenholz presses the tip of his wand to the letter and sets it ablaze. Not long after, the flames reach the passport and the Count of Urtica's death certificate and then Kreides. The smell of burning paper spreads across the deck. Ebenholz picks up a cello next to him. He thinks back to how his dear friend played the cello, closes his eyes, and begins to play a simple, lively melody. When the twin empresses first to control countless pieces of music singing their praises have sprung up all over Lithuania, this too is one of those pieces. Today, the second half of the song has long been forgotten. Only the first half is still sung by a small number of people. Thanks to its uplifting melody and the lyrics so openly expressing the singer's cheerful mood, the sunset is glaringly bright. They didn't have to use the most basic cello sound though. They could have done something special with it. And I take it that's how the story ends. Indeed it is. Sweet. I forgot about this. I forgot to get him as a vampire unit. So it is Cerny, okay. Good to know. That's quite a nice voice, eh, yo? Yeah, his shield is quite nice. He got a nice voice as well. Okay. I'll have to redo the last one with a 3-star rating just to get the last piece of... What's it called? The thing? Just get this. I'll check it like in my off time. Let me just check one thing. Oh, it's 1 by 1. I hate that. Okay, what does it have? Oh yeah, I wanna... Okay, for sure. Don't mind me. You know what I like collecting. There we go.
Doctor.
I got the important part, lovely. It's a protector, normal attack 0 arts damage while skill is active, okay. It's good to know. I wanted to... Technically tomorrow, I think on the 3rd. I'll check it, just like, let me get this. Ah, yes. Yep, on the 3rd. So I finished it right on time. I can do these in my off time whenever I want. Oh, my brain stopped working. Okay, I have some messages I'll need to answer. So... I'm gonna... what did you say? Which event has been your favorite one? Hard to say. Hard to say. Well, not technically tomorrow, yeah, I guess. Let me check some stuff. Oh, this is part of this. Okay, I did like the ship of fools. What's new about that? Like, that was weird. Something new about records? I don't know. Check that later. Actually, honestly, tough to say. Like, with all of these plus the events, I don't know. Honestly, don't know. Right now, I have no clue, no idea. I'll have to look back at them, like, and then I'll tell you, like, next time. Oh, for you, it's guide ahead. Fair enough. I'll see the Decimal's holiday. I'll see her here soon. Okay, we'll be there, like. Okay, I have all 3 of them. I'm happy. Okay, bozos, I'm gonna leave it here. Like, I'm tired as fuck. Also, my net's gonna restart soon anyway. So, Oh yeah, like you're happy for the skin. Good luck with that. So yeah, I'll hear ya boys next time then. Like enjoy yourselves. Have a nice night, everyone. So that's gonna be it for now. See you next time. Bye bye.